Bennington, Fez WNEW.
Hiya.
And our announcer, what's his name?
I believe it was Bahama Johnny. I'm not sure. New addition to the show, perhaps.
It sounds a little rusty, folks. Bahama Johnny sounded a little rusty to me.
You expect a little more professionalism out of Bahama Johnny.
All right, well, we are back from vacation.
The segues seem to be all over the place.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a fustercluck, as they said. But we're working it out. We're new to the nighttime.
Yeah.
We're new to nighttime.
I don't blame Bahama Johnny one bit. I think if there's anyone that's least to blame, it's Bahama Johnny.
Bahama Johnny, to me, Fezzy, sounds like he could use a little bit of oxygen. He was running out of wind very quickly. Bahama Johnny. Maybe we get Bahama Johnny on the stair-step thing before the show a little bit. Get the blood pumping.
That's really going to win him. You know him, Ronnie. You know him.
Well, he's been with us for quite a few years. Bahama Johnny. All right, so, yeah, back from vacation. Do have that back-to-school feel, though, doesn't it?
That's creepy.
Yeah, I think that's what got to Bahama Johnny was that whole first day of school feeling.
That last night, that last day of vacation, and that's it. It's all over now.
Yeah.
Now it's done.
All right, we'll get into that. We'll also talk about some of the best of stuff. Yeah, I got a lot of negative vibes on
You're kidding.
Some of the stuff that Al Dukes picked as our best ofs. And it's one of those jobs that Fez and I like to give away to Al. So when anyone has a beef about it, they can't come back to us.
Sure. And we just say, just do what you do. Now, we don't even know what you're picking.
Now, I don't want to always come back and bitch about that after every vacation, but here's what I was thinking now. New York City, market number one. When we go on vacation, why don't we turn the show over to some people and let them do the show?
That's, I don't think, a good idea.
Why? We used to do it all the time. It was great.
I know Bahama Johnny could do maybe a Tuesday, Thursday.
But you give the show like one night to... What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Is that Bahama Johnny again?
What the hell's going on back there, Bahama?
We know who we are. We don't need to be reminded during our show. You don't think that's a good idea, Al?
No, I was never a big fan of the guest host.
Why? I always thought it was fun.
Like on the Tonight Show and stuff.
Why? Actually, you know my problem with the Tonight Show and the Letterman thing is that you never get that. Now, Regis was on vacation same time as us last week, and what they had was a surprise guest host every day with his girl.
Nice, eh? That's fun.
It had me thinking, well, I'll at least check in to see who that guest host is every day while I was on my vacation. And I thought it was good. I'm not saying give somebody a whole week.
Right, yeah.
I don't even know.
But a night, an hour, any of it.
Give them a night each.
Like who?
Well, you know, we're in New York City. Some old comics, some people who used to broadcast here, some TV people that are on hiatus. They would love it. Some wrestlers.
There's people to choose from.
They probably have to have like a radio person with them.
You don't need that. You just have a producer with them. You have Bahama Johnny in here running things for running the board for him.
Like he's doing tonight.
And then maybe let a big-ass card holder do it one night.
Yeah, I don't think Jeremy would go for that.
You don't know, though. Who are you to tell us no right from the deal? All Jeremy wants to hear is good things. Or we give, like, one night to Joe Jr., let him host. We bring Joe Poo in, let him do a night.
Make the dreams come true.
But it's better than running bits that apparently were on the show just a week before. That's one of the big complaints, that why didn't you pull some of the old .com stuff?
That's just lazy, to pull the stuff that's closest.
That's what he did. He ran. We left on, first Monday was the Friday before his show. The next day was the Thursday show.
He's picking whatever tape is closest to him.
So we look into some of this stuff. Let Jack Parr host one night. He lives in Connecticut.
I didn't know he was still alive.
Yes, he is. And people would be interested in that.
Definitely would be interested in that.
I'd be afraid he'd walk off.
We let Ed Koch do one night.
Ah, that's cool.
Who's looking for a gig.
And definitely still living.
Just not happening. Maybe the mayor would like to do a night. You don't know. You ask people. I hate to say the producer, produce. But that's what it comes down to.
You know, Mike Piazza's always hanging out with Eddie Trunk. Maybe there's some of his Mets fans.
Right, or you know, or some other time when we're not here, you know, you let a football player do it. Maybe Joe Willie would want to do it one night. Talk about the old days. It's that kind of stuff's a ball.
Oh, I want to be here that night.
And you know, it's not like I'm making this up off the top of my head. Look who the Monsters of the Midday, friends of ours, in Orlando, Florida. They go and do this. People fly in to do that show when they're gone. It's not like
yeah, you're not asking for the impossible, Ronnie.
Here's the weird thing. Here's the guy. He's in the number one market. He's got a master's degree in radio, and I'm teaching him stuff that they do in Orlando as a matter of course.
Maybe you should have studied in Orlando, Al. University of Central Florida.
I'm not going to start the show with just yelling at Al. I'm not going to. Here in the new school year,
too late.
The new school year is not going to be about Al. All right, 877-692-1027.
I haven't met all my new teachers yet. I'm nervous.
I'll tell you the truth. Every time I drive past the school, my whole adult life, I just say to myself, thank God I don't have to go there. Thank Christ I'm not in school.
Little prisons. Prisons with drive-slow zones in front of them.
Never thought school was a worthwhile experience. And what I do with young people is I tell them all to quit and see if that helps them. Well, you're 8 years old. You spell your name on it, you quit.
You know what you are? A mentor. That's what you're doing. You don't even realize it. You're mentoring.
Thank you, Fuzzy. Thank you very much.
Now, when I was little.
You were never little.
Young.
Okay.
I mean
yes,
young.
You're young.
Yes.
Never did you fit in a category, even at birth, where we could have got away calling you little.
I would always see those kids, like kindergarten or first grade, there's always that kid that's there crying.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to be in school. And that actually helped me out, because I was scared crapless going to school.
Yeah.
But I would see some other little spaz just crying, and I'd go, man, look at that kid.
Well, that puss. That was me.
Look at that maniac.
I was the kid crying, and I'm not kidding you, running full force out the door.
Really?
I did it in kindergarten, still did it in as a senior in high school. Full force to get the hell out of you. You know what's the other good thing? No school shopping.
Oh.
As an adult. I don't, I may even take Fez out for tight, itchy pants later.
No! I don't want tight, new, itchy pants. I hate them.
I know a place downtown that they're really tight, really itchy.
What's it called?
Tight, itchy pants.
No, I'm not going to tight, itchy pants. I hate them. I don't need any back-to-school pants. These fit fine.
They fit fine, but there's holes in the knees. Remember this, folks? Because here was always the other bad thing about starting school. For whatever reason, and, you know, it's still hot in September, and you're wearing, like, your new clothes like it's going to impress anybody when you're in third grade. What are you going to do, get a date? So you're putting on, it seems to me like your hottest stuff.
Yeah.
Everything was always very hot. You had...
If you got a new vest.
There would be a vest. There might be a kerchief or corduroy pants, long sleeve.
Because it's new, you're putting it on.
What an effing nightmare.
I hated the back-to-school clothes shopping. We would go get the shoes, and you would have to put on the shoe.
Yeah.
They give you one shoe to limp around in.
Yeah.
And then they go, how do those feel? They feel awful. I've never had them on my feet in my life. My heel hurts, my toe hurts.
There's plenty of room in the toe.
How do they feel? Like you put a clamp on a child's foot. That's how they feel. Like my foot is stuck in a railroad track.
Do those feel good when you walk in them? I don't know. I'm only wearing one. Nothing feels good right now. And I want to go home.
I'll lie to get out of here. Put 2 tissue boxes on my feet right now, and I'll tell you I'm fine and ready to go.
We used to have to bring in a box of Kleenex for the teacher.
Oh.
As part of our school supplies. That was the list. Every kid had to bring in a box of Kleenex to keep on the teacher's desk.
Where were you, Flumania High School?
I guess the teacher is too cheap-ass to buy her own tissues.
No,
she was the only one using them.
Were you, in a private school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
kindergarten through 5th, yeah. Then I hit public.
That's what I like. They act like private schools are better, yet they never have any effing supplies in a private school. Could someone please bring in water?
The big fat teacher we had to buy her tissues for.
I hate that. I hate any time that you feel like you have to do extra stuff. But I gotta tell you, Fezzy.
Well, I don't like buying supplies for other people. You know,
yeah, right.
Everyone will need to bring in a roll of masking tape. Well, I know this is for some class project, and some bum ain't bringing in his masking tape.
Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. Is like the night before school, you would just start to realize yourself how little you do know. You know, we'd start, like the night before, like kindergarten, my brother would say something like, you know your alphabet? What? I'd never even heard of this. Now here it is, the night before, and you want me cramming.
In first grade, my sister tried to teach me long division. And she's going, you're not paying attention. She tried to be the teacher. You're not paying attention, you're not learning this, and it's going to be really hard when you get to school, and they make you learn it.
Yeah, that's the bad thing. If you have an older kid, an older, like, brother or sister, who will tell you, if you do this, they'll beat you. And they'll just scare the hell out of you. Well, wait till next year. You'll be in 4th grade. And they don't put up with that crap. It's all cursive from here on. You're like, what?
You go to school with that lunchbox, you get pounded.
Yeah, that's true. You got to be very careful in the lunchbox situation. Luckily, in my day, they were metal, and you could use it as a nice weapon.
This mother's going to get my medal.
Unless you want the Batman insignia stuck in your forehead forever, you'll back up, pal.
I had a Puffin Stuff one.
You puss.
I love that Puffin Stuff lunchbox.
And then people are looking at Fez and going, that kid has his picture of himself on his own lunchbox.
That is not me. That is a dragon who's been elected mayor of Living Island.
I'll get your school picture and then a picture of Puffin Stuff. And see it.
Don't!
I'll put them behind my back.
Don't get my school picture!
And then bring them out and see if you can guess which one's you and which one's Puffin Stuff.
I should be able to guess.
I bet your mom couldn't pick you. And I bet your mom couldn't pick you out of a Puffin Stuff lineup.
Puffin Stuff had smaller bags under his eyes than I did.
Now, what year was that you had?
Let's see, we went to the lunchroom, so it must have been like 1st or 2nd grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were going in the lunchroom, not, eating on a mat like kindergarten Hindus, where they put you on a mat and give you some juice and a cookie.
I know that we're small, but we'd still like a seat, if that's not a big problem. A kindergarten Hindu, I love that line.
Everyone just laying around on a mat.
I remember I had a Batman lunchbox, I had an NFL lunchbox, and then by 3rd grade, don't have a lunchbox.
Lunchbox.
Unless you're a girl. A girl could have a lunchbox. Boys had to start carrying bags or get beat with a lunchbox. Lunchboxes, I guess, a lot of kids weren't reading anything other than pussy off them. So I don't know why. By 3rd grade, I had to tell my mom, I have to have a bag. And she's like, come on. Have one lunchbox. I go, they'll take it and they'll beat me with it.
Especially if your mom already came home from the store with a lunchbox for you. And you didn't want to use it.
Oh, yeah.
Money had been spent then, mister. Forget about it.
You ever see a kid, and there was a boy, people wanted to kill him. And you're in 1st grade. I don't know where this hunger for murder comes from. His lunchbox looked like it was like a Scotch tape dispenser.
Oh, yeah, those ugly plaid tartan lunchboxes.
People looked at him and started to swing their big metal lunchboxes at him because his mom picked the wrong thing.
We had a girl that brought one of those to class, Kelly Singleton. I remember her name.
Yeah.
And I asked my mom if she was poor because she had that plaid lunchbox.
And your mom had to say, no, honey, we're poor. Look at us. There's Fez walking to school.
This is not me.
But Fez Watley was watching too. What a great show. So you had a puff and stuff thing, right?
Yeah.
Now, you had an older brother. Why didn't he help you out?
My older brother didn't pay any attention to us. I remember he had a baseball lunchbox.
Nice. See, that was decent. You can get by with that.
No real players on it, just generic ball players.
That was too puss.
Yeah.
All right, here's Michael. Michael, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, Ron. Hey, Fez.
Hey, Michael.
Card holder 9329.
Yeah.
Listen, I had an old metal yellow submarine lunchbox.
Now, what, were you taking hash brownies to school?
Huh?
Were you taking hash brownies to school?
Sure, my mother always used to put a little acid in there. But remember the thermos bottles that used to be made out of glass?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I had those too.
I shattered mine one time, opened it up for lunch, and thought that my dad had put ice in the drink. I almost drank the glass.
Well, there was a lot of kids that got sick and got hurt from that. When you dropped it, you used to be drinking glass.
Yeah, that is true.
And they smashed easy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
If someone bumped into you in the hall, you had to stop and do a check like you had a cake in the oven to make sure that thermos hadn't just shattered into smithereens.
And here's a kid, he's 6'7", and he's drinking shards of glass. All right, thanks, Mikey.
All right, see ya.
After I broke my thermos, I still needed to have a drink and my lunch. And my dad would take those cans, those tin cans of Hawaiian Punch, those individual cans. They weren't even aluminum then. And he would stick one in the freezer.
Tin cans.
Freeze it overnight, and then wrap it up in paper towels and put it in my lunchbox. I'd get to lunch in the morning time, and that thing's still frozen solid. I never had a drink with lunch, and you wonder why I don't have a drink with meal now. That's the way I was raised.
Who raised you, Paula Poundstone? Seriously. Nowadays, they would take you away from those people.
I would have cried for Paula Poundstone to come get me.
Hey, Brian. Brian, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Brian.
Hey.
What's happening?
Hey, guys.
What can we do for you?
I had a Scooby-Doo, green Scooby-Doo lunchbox with a little bungee cord that went across your sandwich.
Sandwich bungee.
Yeah, I never had that thing. That was pretty hip. So that kept your sandwich from falling around inside the lunchbox?
Yeah, it was like protection.
Now, actually, your lunchbox and actually the guy before his lunchbox, Michael, those are probably worth big, big money.
Right.
The Yellow Submarine, and I bet even if it was a real Scooby-Doo like the first ones, people can collect those lunchboxes and love them.
Not with the dent of my skull it had in it.
Yeah, that's the problem. What kid's going to take care of a lunchbox?
No, I almost got killed with that thing. I was a nerd.
Yeah, and the other kids hated you for having Scooby-Doo? The other boys?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Did you tell him you're going to have a Scooby snack?
No.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks.
What we do to kids, it's just awful.
Those lunch boxes, I'll tell you what, they never protected a lunch.
Yeah.
It was something to carry it in, but by the time you went to the lunchroom, your meal was smashed.
Oh, yeah. It was just terrible. It was terrible shape.
Yeah.
Hey,
sandwich as flat as a cracker.
Hey, Joe, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Joe.
That lunchbox, especially on the first day, that can make or break your school career.
Sure.
Kindergarten, I came in, right after the movie came out, I came in with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle lunchbox.
Right.
I was the king of kindergarten.
That's the smart thing. All right, what's the big fad this year? If people have young kids, what are the lunch boxes? What's the big thing that they're gonna like? Pokemon is over.
Right.
Now,
Pokemon is actually for babies now.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
So you got to be very, very careful with that. Is it Dragon Ball Z or is that already over?
I don't know if Dragon Ball Z is passé.
Yeah.
Spider-Man with the movie coming out.
Yeah. What is it?
It's got to be Spider-Man since the movie's coming out.
Yeah,
no?
but that's too far away for a little kid.
Right.
I mean, a little kid isn't looking 7, 8, months down the road. That would be 1/5 of their life.
That's farther than Christmas. Come on.
I don't know whether you give them a Silent Bob and Jay thing or what the hell's going on.
Something.
Thanks, Joey.
Later, guys.
And when did the lunch boxes start getting so cheap that you only had one picture? They went plastic from metal.
Yeah.
And then you just had the one picture of whatever it was on the front of the lid.
Yeah.
Not, where you could turn it around and like it was a TV set and that had something on every corner of it.
I don't even know that the kids carry lunch boxes as much as we used to. Because, The cafeteria thing has gotten better, right?
They all seem to have backpacks now. I never had a backpack.
Yeah, that's true. They keep everything in that backpack. I mean, you won't see a kid. You'll see these little kids in Manhattan walking by. 40 of them, they got 40 backpacks. They all look the same. I'm like, how do they know? Where are they putting them?
I used to, if I had to take the books home, we used to have this rubber belt, kind of that you would strap all around them, and then carry your books home all bound together.
And then you used to keep your lunch in a do-rag on the end of a stick.
I was not a hobo.
Homo. You were a homo.
Hobo. Rude and rude.
Hey, Chris, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Big ass card holder. I don't know what, because I haven't gotten it yet.
All right, you know, Al, I'm getting a lot of complaints about that as well as people saying, I've had my thing in for 3 months. I'm getting the emails. Where's my card?
Well, now if they have not received their card, they should re-register because there's obviously a mailing problem. But I did receive a lot of emails of people that said they got their cards this week.
I'm getting just the opposite. I'm getting people saying, I've been a part of this. I'm getting emails from Al. What the hell's going on?
Well, I got a bunch that were looking for their card, and then they email me back and say, oh, I just got it.
It's funny how Al always hears something different to me.
I know.
He's here.
I don't know where you two are listening.
He's hearing people love the best stuff. And please don't book anyone on the show. That's what he's hearing.
And everyone's got their cards and is happy.
He's hearing nothing but happy stuff.
And President Lollipop says the candy for everyone.
Now I'm starving, Fez, because I'm on West Coast time here. I might need to eat dinner soon.
I got no food in my house. I ate everything before I left on vacation. I come home. All I got is some instant oatmeal.
Did you just fly in today?
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. They got home yesterday.
No, This morning.
Anyway,
sorry, Chris. I haven't seen Ronnie in a while.
First of all, I got to say, that guy about Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo's still cool no matter how old you are. All right?
No, you know what? You can say that. Wait a minute. Hold on, Chris. You can say that as a man, but you don't want to F up with the kids. They have their own thing. And you will
I don't know, but I got him beat by far.
No, but here's
I'm
the
in
thing.
like first or second grade.
Yeah.
I got the plastic Menudo lunchbox. I'm a white kid from Long Island.
What were you doing that for? Did your mom
I don't know
pick it
where
up?
it came from. My mom brought it home, thought it was cool. I don't know, but I mean, God, it just disappeared. I don't know where it went, but like the third day of school, it was gone.
Did it have the young Ricky Martin on it?
I think it did. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But that's the ultimate in gay.
Yeah, I think it is. All right.
Anyway, thanks a lot, guys.
Okay, but
The ultimate in gay.
is this Menudo? I've never heard him before, I don't think.
This is the Menudos.
Is it a big hit?
Yeah.
I never heard them, I don't think. Hey, Lauren, you're on Ron Fez.
Hi, big hit, card number 8819. Thank you. And I'm going to be a senior tomorrow.
Oh, really?
So I can't wait to go back.
Did you get your lunchbox yet?
You know
Yes,
what?
I got a nice Backstreet Boy lunchbox. Thank you very much.
Here's the thing, Lauren. You're a senior this year?
I'm going to be,
And this year, you're going to rule the school.
Yep.
Hear that?
High school. There you go.
You and the pink ladies are going to rule the school.
You better believe it. I do enough drugs now.
Do you really?
No.
What?
I drink, though.
What is the big drug at school now?
At
Ecstasy?
my school, I say pot.
Still, huh?
Yeah.
That's nice that they keep up with the tradition.
Yeah, it's nice to have a pot tradition.
Yeah.
So you're going back to school, senior. You already thinking about college, or?
It's like so scary right now.
So your class of '02.
Yeah.
02.
Yep. It's going to be so much fun.
Hey, what's happening with the kids now? What's the big thing that everybody's into?
Wrestling. My brother loves wrestling.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it.
Well, I guess that I'm hip then, Fuzzy. I guess.
You're in touch with the kids, man.
I guess I could do a Freaky Friday thing and end up back in school and be able to get over. Well, I got to tell you, Stone Cold's not going to stay heel forever, fellas. He'll be back to being a face.
You wouldn't miss a step.
No, I watched SmackDown and I saw Rock kick Booker T's ass.
Yeah, well, be careful of the Booker, man. He's 5-time champion.
Yeah.
5-time.
The Rock is the people's champ.
All right.
Well, the book says.
You get to bed early, okay?
I have to get to bed early.
Skew tomorrow.
Yep.
Skew tomorrow. All right.
Yep.
See you later, baby.
See ya.
Oh, what a nightmare. She's going back.
I don't envy her one bit.
No, me neither. I'd rather drink poison.
On vacation when I was back home in Pinellas Park, Florida, I went to the big high school football game. It was the big rivalry.
Oh, yeah, who are they playing?
Yeah, Pinellas Park versus the Dixie Hollands Rebels.
The running Rebs.
Yeah.
Let's beat the Rebels this year, boys.
Let me tell you, the mullet is alive and well in Dixie.
Sure it is.
And it's still there.
Sure, Kentucky Waterfall is never going to fall out in Pinellas Park, Florida. So the mullet's still happening, huh?
Yes. And the Pinellas Park Patriots got their asses handed to them by the Rebels.
A lot of people still showing up to watch high school football.
Yeah, I was amazed. Those bleachers are pretty full. And you could tell a lot of them still waiting to graduate.
I think they say Texas is the biggest school, high school football thing still. But it's never been as big as it was years ago.
I know you go through an area like Alabama or Mississippi.
Yeah.
I think there was a story one time where the whole town got robbed because everyone was at the high school football game.
Well, one of the things that's changed over the years is that people don't grow up and stay in the same town.
Right.
And then get married and stay there. People move all around. So you don't have that 3 generations of, Reb, this is the Rebs year. Rebs going to do it.
Looking at all the kids in the stands, very funny. Yeah. The boys coloring their hair more than the girls.
Yeah, sure.
All the little M&Ms. A lot of Slim Shadys out there running.
Sure. Well, he's daring. He's on the edge, that kid. All right, let's go to Eddie here. Hey, Eddie, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Eddie.
Welcome back, guys.
Thank you.
I had the great, listen to this, I couldn't believe it.
Take your time.
I forgot it now.
Yeah, you sound like you're a little nervous there.
It wasn't.
You just all right, Eddie. I want you to just remember, everybody's on everyone's listening to the radio.
I know.
They listen to you and they're judging you. So go ahead.
It's all right. I took 2 painkillers, so I think they'll let me.
What kind?
Tylenol 4s.
No, that's not a painkiller, my friend.
Those are good.
That's girl stuff.
That's girl stuff?
Believe me, I used to have a Quaalude lunchbox. I know what to.
You got to get into the dance and set.
Get a Percocet lunchbox.
Well, Space Ghost lunchbox.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Pretty cool. I think it was the first lunchbox that had the metal things to hold the cans of soda back.
Oh, yeah, I remember that little metal arm.
Yeah, that arm, exactly.
That would hold your thermos or a soda.
Yeah, for about a week.
It looked like the arm on the space shuttle.
So,
you know what used to really freak me out? Thanks, Eddie.
All right.
You ever do this where you look over and another kid have way better lunch than you?
Oh, yeah, constantly.
And I used to just sit there and think, well, obviously my mother doesn't love me.
Any kid that had a sandwich on a roll instead of sliced bread.
My little niece, Seffi, started kindergarten today.
Oh, yeah?
I called and checked. Not happy about the whole situation.
Really?
Thought it was a little long.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And claims that her mother ruined everything by taking pictures of her. And I said to my sister-in-law, I go, what the F are you doing? You taking pictures of them in front of kids?
Snapping photos. Now she's Little Miss Photo Shoot for the next 12 years.
Why not just dress her up like Shirley Temple and send her in there to be gouged? Hey, Dan. Dan, you're on Ron Fest. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Dan.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, when I was in 3rd grade, I used to have an Aquaman lunchbox.
Yeah. Cool. Nice.
And I used to get my ass kicked every day.
Why? Maybe you were just a pussy and be on your lunchbox because, and I would have if I had that Aquaman lunchbox, then I would always have tuna fish every day.
Yeah, fish sticks. That'd be good.
No, because Aquaman didn't do anything. He was like a little fag superhero.
Please. Aquaman ruled the 7 seas.
He could talk to the fish.
What more do you got to have? Dan, I would blame this on yourself, not on Aquaman.
I'm sure Al Dukes probably had an Aquaman lunchbox too, right?
I see that you're trying to take the heat off yourself, but it's about you right now, Danny.
And don't be ashamed of Aquaman. He had all the water. Anything involved with water was Aquaman.
3/4 of the earth, my friend.
Exactly. If it came to the skies, all right, you had Superman could fly, Green Lantern could fly, Hawkman.
Yeah. Well, couldn't Superman go underwater? No problem, though?
Yeah, he seemed to do that. I don't know why he had to butt in on everyone else's powers.
The guy could breathe in dirt.
I think I'll challenge the Flash to a race. Flash does one thing. He runs. Yeah. Let him have it.
Remember that? They tied him.
Yeah.
Even then, he couldn't get up. Maybe lose by half a step. You lose by half a step to the Flash, you're still fast as hell.
The Hulk Hogan of superheroes, Superman.
Oh, I wanted to tell you this. So I'm out in L.A., and I took my kids to a couple of the movie studios.
Right.
And they go the little backstage stuff. So at Warner Brothers, they had all the Batman costumes and the Superman and all the villains all lined up in mannequins that looked exactly like the people. So it was the real stuff that they wore.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. I was thinking of you immediately. I go, Fez would have loved this.
That's like set up like the real Batcave.
Yeah, it basically was like being in the Batcave itself.
Because Bruce Wayne would always keep that trophy room with stuff he had taken off the villains.
And I was thinking to myself, you know, they had a couple of guards there who looked like Gotham guards. I was thinking if I just had some kind of tear gas thing.
All you need is some smoke pellets or a trick umbrella, and you're all set.
And then, you know, I just shoot something up through the roof and I steal those costumes.
Don't forget to leave a riddle on their fat faces while they're unconscious.
Let's take a break here, Fezzy. Ron and Fez are back from vacation. If you want to talk to us, 877-692-1027. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW. Ron and Fez at night, including Saturday nights, 1027 WNEW. Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
Oh, back to school. Back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool. I got my lunch packed up, my boots tied tight. I hope I don't get in a fight. Oh, back to school, back to school, back to school.
Nice.
Ah, the great Billy Madison. It is school this week, right, Fez?
Yep, everyone's going back. Ha-ha.
You know, I would never even laugh at people that have to go back to school. I feel such... To me, it'd be like laughing at somebody who got a jail sentence. Hey, I have no idea why, but the WNEW website is down.
Uh-oh.
So I'm not getting the instant feedbacks.
The website's still on vacation.
So if you even want to check in on us, we're at Ron and Fez at AOL. Not that we can answer them all or say anything. But Ron and Fez at AOL.
Or you can give us a call, 877-692-1027.
Right, if you just want to be a normal person and not a computer geek.
If you'd like to be human for a night, we're here for you.
Hey, Max. Max, you're on the Ron and Fez show. Hey, Max.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What you say, buddy?
Hey, kids got it rough nowadays. My little brother's only 8 years old, and he has so many books that he has to walk around with one of those little rollable suitcases.
Yeah.
The kid's going to have a bad back by the 4th grade.
Your little brother's a flight attendant.
That is the new thing. That is the new craze now, because so many kids have gotten bad backs that they're having these rollable backpacks.
Oh,
but,
brother.
you know, I agree with you, and you'll still pick up a paper and hear how there's not enough schoolwork and all, and I'm going, these kids are in school all day, then they're coming home doing 2-3 hours of schoolwork. I never had homework when I was a kid.
And they're bringing home tons of stuff.
Why?
And then
Why are we pushing them so hard?
Then halfway through the year, they're missing all their homework. Why? Because their backpacks are too heavy. They don't want to bring the books home.
No, I don't blame them. If anything...
Yeah, those backpacks weigh a ton. I'll tell you what, if you pass a kid coming home from school, take his backpack away from him. Just feel how heavy that is, and then make sure you return it.
I got to be high on ecstasy before I can even put one on my back.
Hey, on a different note, I was kind of upset when they moved you guys, because I used to listen to you at work, but it's working out fine. Now in the evenings, I'm driving around delivering all my 20s and 8 balls, and I get to listen to you at the same time.
We'll stop by
pretty
and
cool.
stop by and see us some night. We'll get up 8 balls. All right, Maxie, thanks, buddy.
I'm so glad it worked out for you.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'll be hearing from you, Ron. Maybe I'll do a little special delivery.
Well, no, let me try to walk the good walk for a while. You know who ended up back in rehab is Danny Partridge.
Oh, yeah?
And how many times is he bragging about how sober he is?
Right, yeah.
And he should never brag.
And the love of a good woman,
right,
blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
Right. Oh, my kids. My kids have made me stop thinking about the sniz. Sure it is.
I think he's going to be part of that new Male View show.
Yeah.
They got Dick Clark, Danny Partridge, and one of the kids from Saved by the Bell.
We'll try to catch it quick, because it won't be on long.
And yes, they're the men's point of view.
Right. Well, you notice that a lot of men aren't home at 11 o'clock in the morning watching TV.
Right.
The men's point of view should be Sports Center.
And leave it at that.
That's my view, right there, Sports Center. Hopefully somebody will run into a wall and we can talk about it. Hey, here's a kid who's on his way to school tomorrow. Hey, Jason. Jason, you're on Run and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Jason.
How you guys doing?
What can we do for you, kid?
Yeah, I'm going back to school tomorrow. I'm going to 8th grade.
8th grade.
Nice.
Nightmare year.
Top of the food chain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
For now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for now.
Till next year, then they'll push your face in the urinal.
Then you're right back around the amoebas.
Well, Jason, what's school like for you in 8th grade?
Excuse me?
What's school like now for you in 8th grade?
It sucks. Homework.
Yeah.
50 pounds of books. My back hurts when I go to sleep at night.
Oh, that ain't right, Ronnie.
Yeah. All right, thanks, man. I wouldn't be able to stand it.
Good luck, Jason.
Yeah.
With that back of yours.
I would rather just drop out. How bad is it to have a...
They can't drop out. He's only in the 8th grade. He's got to go to school.
Have a career in law enforcement.
The academy will accept.
After 8th grade, they'll accept you.
I think it's the Jeffro Bodine law.
All right, let's see. Here's Barry. Barry, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, Barry.
Hey, Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
When I was in 3rd grade, my sister was in 6th, and that summer we took a trip to Williamsburg, and my father took all these kind of slides. So my sister came into the classroom to show the slides, and it must have been the heat from the projector or whatever, but she vomited all over the classroom.
Oh.
And it was kind of sick. The girls were disgusted, but I was a hero to all the boys.
Sure.
They loved it.
Now, you always would see that janitor with that sawdust thing when you were in elementary school.
God, that stuff stunk.
Is it because kids are too embarrassed to say, I got to go to the bathroom, and they don't know when they're going to throw up?
She was just overcome by the heat.
Yeah.
I think that's a little of both. You don't want to admit that you're sick. And then you don't want to say that out loud.
No, especially with a bunch of little punky 3rd graders.
And then by the time you wait, it's too late and you don't know when it's coming.
Kind of like Al Dukes with the pee in his pants.
All right. Thanks a lot. I can't even think about him peeing in his pants.
I hope the studio got a little fresher while we were gone.
A 31-year-old man.
Went in his pants. Like he's in diaper school.
Now, did you ever throw those pants out that you ruined?
Or did you keep them?
I threw them out.
I think those are them that you're wearing. I recognize the stains.
And now I'm down a pair of jeans in my rotation.
Sorry, Fonzie. Do you have enough leather jackets?
Fonzie. Hey. It's Al Dukes. Hey. Al, I might be starving tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm on West Coast time.
I'm in. I'll not only need something for here, I'll need something to take home with me.
Hey, by the way, you know what those West Coast people love? Hamburgers.
Really?
Everywhere I look, there's a hamburger thing that we don't have here.
Huh. All different little chains and stuff?
Yeah, there's little chains, and then there's just local ones. They love hamburgers. They're crazy about it.
Hamburger freaks. That's what I call them.
I'm like, damn, I want even another hamburger. That's what I kept thinking. Because I'm looking up.
How could you not?
I'm not going to have that chance to get a Carl's Jr. or an In-N-Out burger. I can't go into Hamburger Haven back in New York. Hey, Kara, you're on the Fez.
Hi, Kara. We lost Kara.
Kara's dead.
877-692-1027.
Brooks, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Brooks. Hey, what's up, fellas?
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, you guys are forgetting the most traumatic part of going back to school. That's the first day when you had to take the picture.
Really?
Yeah, you had to take the... You take the picture. They always take it when you're checking out the new hot chicks. You're not looking at the camera. Your hair is all goofy, and you don't get to see it until the end of the year, and it's in the yearbook.
I don't remember them doing that first day of school, though.
No, we were always around Halloween because I had a bad experience. I was a vampire one time for Halloween,
right,
and my sister put Vaseline in my hair, which did not come out that night of Halloween. November 1st was school picture day. My mother rubbed my head raw trying to wash out the Vaseline. So she does what she can with it. I got this crazy Jerry Lewis hairdo. They take the picture. You barely can see me because of the glare coming off my greased head.
Really? Why do you think it wouldn't leave?
Just like putting pure grease in there.
Vaseline in your hair, huh?
Yeah. She wanted to slick it back.
Why didn't she just comb it into a duck's ass and let you go in that way?
I think she knew what she was doing. She knew pictures were the next day.
Well, no one knows.
You know her, Ronnie.
No one knows more about Vaseline than your sister.
Road and road.
Does she carry a big jar with her wherever she goes?
Yeah.
Tommy, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing?
Hi, Tommy.
Hey, boys, welcome back.
Hey, man.
Missed you guys. It used to suck the first day of school. I used to go to Catholic school, and we would sit in our old classrooms in, at the beginning of the new year, and you'd wait for your name to be called, and you'd pray to God you didn't get stuck in the dumb class, all the riff-raffs and all the all the F-ups.
Yeah.
And if you did, you'd just be embarrassed to hell,
Well, you know what they used to do by the time I got to middle school? They started to call it things like 7. Every grade would be like 7-1, 7-2,
right.
up until like 7-18.
Yeah.
If you're in 7-18, it's like, well, why don't I just join a motorcycle gang? Well, I'm an effing retard. And you would see those guys, and literally their knuckles were dragging.
You didn't want those classes near the boiler room or where the generators were and stuff.
Yeah.
Peace.
That was so funny. He came up with a good point. They would put their classes down as far and deep as they could possibly go, like Beauty and the Beast.
Buried in the earth. In the earth's crust.
You're going to be taking a special stairwell to your school. It is behind the gym. And, what a nightmare.
Be careful. Don't get cut on that rusty door that leads to your classroom.
To your retarded class.
You won't see the light of day.
And we hope you like being a shop major, because a lot of you guys go on, you make good money.
You good with tools? You like that sort of thing?
You ever think about a career as part of a union? Because you get that.
Nice union job? How's that?
Not really. I was hoping to have Ron and Chance something here.
No. You're 718. You're down in the sub-levels.
Here's the funny thing. You could be in 717, look over at 718 and go, oh, man, look at those retards. They're not even trying. Those guys are animals. And they acted like they were helping you. They acted like, okay, they'll have a chance to work at their own pace. Retarded.
If they can dig their way out, they graduate.
Hey, JP, you're on Ron and Fez.
JP!
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man.
I got it. I had braces the day before pictures.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Way to go there, track teeth.
You're making fun of my headgear? Stop making fun of my headgear.
And I got my first pair of glasses.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's some video from you in school.
I am not a retard. I am not a retard. How'd y'all like to suck my ass?
You know that was her. You know that was my audition in the second period.
JP sounds like Jan Brady.
All right, guys. See you.
All right, see. So they give them glasses and braces the same day.
I remember when you were in elementary school, and someone would have to get glasses. Our teacher would actually say, all right, Neil got glasses, and when he comes in, I don't want anyone laughing. So immediately, what are you supposed to do?
Kids, we just found out that Neil is less than perfect. He's fallen apart in the 3rd grade. I always felt sorry for really little kids with glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't even get like a couple of years of not wearing glasses.
Ronnie and I knew a 6-month-old guy that's had glasses since he's 6 months old.
Well, he wasn't 6 months when we met him, but he's a guy, he was like 20, he had real thick glasses, and we said, how
Just Coke bottle.
And he said he had them from like 6 months. And he brings us in his 6-month picture, he looks like a balding man with thick glasses.
Yes, because when he's 6 months old, he didn't have any more hair than he has now, and was just as chubby. I'll tell you what, babies with glasses amaze me. I don't know how they get them to keep them on. And somehow they do. If I was a baby with glasses, I'd constantly be pulling at them.
They make them so tight the kid can't pull them.
Really?
Plus, Fuzzy, to that baby, because they grow up with those glasses, it'd be like you trying to yank your ears off.
Ah.
You're just going to think of those glasses as part of your body.
Right, okay. You crawl out of your crib in the morning, you're feeling around your crib for your glasses.
I couldn't stand that.
Because you can't find your bottle.
That, and I had a kid in my school, I guess when 1st, 2nd grade, leg braces.
Oh, we have one of those.
Did we put the boots of that poor bastard all the time?
Run for it.
That's literally, he can't walk well enough but he's got to run from the other kids.
Did you have the tippy-toe kid? Kid that just always walked on his tippy-toes?
That's a half a retard there, Fez.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, but they're up. But
We had tippy-toe Tyler.
Yeah. They get very strong hamstrings, so you better be careful around him.
That kid went everywhere on his tippy-toes. He was a big spaz. And the next year, he came back to school. Both of his legs were like in casts.
Sure.
And he's still walking around on his tippy-toes. In his cast. I don't know whether they tried to, break his Achilles tendon and stop this madness or what.
Yeah.
I don't know what they did to him to put him in cast. Tippy-toe walking.
Yeah, they break
me out.
I think they turn around and break the kid's legs from not walking right.
Yeah.
What they should have done is
Start over.
They should have sliced his hamstrings and got those feet down on the ground. That's the first thing I would have done with him as a doctor.
Lower the heels.
What we've done with your 4-year-old is cut the hamstrings.
What?
Keep him off those toes. Then I drilled a hole into his forehead.
Why? He had no problems with his head.
Well, I have a theory that he'll start whistle. And my theory is correct.
All we wanted was off his toes.
You take Whistlehead home and you treat him like he was any other kid.
He's not Whistlehead. He's Tippy Toes Tyler.
Poor Tippy Toes. Here he comes. What are you looking at, Al? You're driving me nuts.
He likes to smile at you.
All right, Metallica 3 has written in, Fez, and said that there's some Ron and Fez listeners hanging out on AOL in the arts and entertainment section, so if you'd like to go there. But know this, Fez and I aren't in charge of that chat room.
Right.
We can't help it if anyone curses.
We don't make the rules.
Yeah.
We can't kick anyone out.
Or if someone starts to spam in there. That has nothing to do with us. So AOL, Ron and Fez, and I'll tell you this, Metallica 3. I'll give it a plug, but if you guys start harassing me, I'll never plug it again.
Hear that? You've all been warned. Your father's warned you. And I can't protect you from him.
Because you don't make it sound like we're married, all right? We're just back from vacation. You already got me tense and wanting to make announcements that you and I aren't a couple.
Let them think what they want, Ronnie. We don't care. We don't care what they think. Write what you want.
877, please don't. 877-692-1027.
Write it tomorrow, I dare you.
It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
Back from vacation and on 1027 WNEW, we're Ron and Fez.
Ron Bennington, Fez Watley. What's this news story you were telling me about, Fez?
This is a guy who apparently has set 2 Guinness World Records this past weekend, both for watching TV. Now, this was something going down in Times Square, something going on there. Kevin Cavini, I think that's how you say his name, he watched 51 episodes of NYPD Blue. And that took him 46 hours, 30 minutes, and 50 seconds. So what he did was he set 2 records for viewing the most consecutive episodes and for watching the most consecutive hours of television. Now, it seems to me like 46 and a half hours, that doesn't seem to be like a really long record for watching TV.
It's just a crystal meth weekend. That's all it is.
Right.
Who can watch TV for 48 hours?
I mean, when you see other records like flagpole sitting or whatever.
Flagpole sitter. Well, all right, let's go over some of this. All right, you figure that the roller coaster ride thing was longer than 48 hours.
Right. And then you're sitting and you're getting twisted around on a roller coaster. This is all you have to do is stay awake watching TV. This record seems like it should be at least twice that. At the minimum. This record should be like 200 straight hours.
Yeah.
Because what are you doing? You're watching TV, plus, according to the rules, got a 5-minute break after each episode, and then a 15-minute rest after every 8 hours.
So you can nap for 15 minutes.
Right. After 8 hours of watching TV. You can go to sleep for 15 minutes. And you're getting a 5-minute break after each episode of the NYPD Blue that he watched to go get a snack and use the restroom.
What's this guy's name?
I believe it's Kevin Cavini.
That's a fake name.
It's a really long name.
Kevin Cavini is like Kevin in Italy.
Robert Roberts was quoted as saying. So, and then he just ate a lot of candy. He says he ate a lot of candy, drank coffee, and drank Coca-Cola while he watched.
That's nothing. I've driven for 48 hours.
That's me watching the Mayberry Andy Griffith Marathon on TV Land.
Maybe we get some people to beat this record. Maybe that's the angle.
Because it seems completely doable.
Of course it's doable. And you're taking a 15-minute nap every 8 hours?
Now,
you can't do that.
The thing that would get me is watching NYPD Blue over and over again. That might put me out.
Well, that was a smart thing. They thought of that and thought, I'll have 2 different records. So the next guy could go out and watch the Larry Sanders Show, something you can actually enjoy, and he'll still have his NYPD record.
Now, they said by the 38th hour, one woman tried to get the rest of the competitors, I guess this was a group competition going on.
Yeah.
She tried to get everyone to quit together and we'll all share the record. Sit down, honey.
Shut up. You're not, we're not living in communist Russia around here.
Exactly, we're not sharing this. Sit back there. You want to quit, honey? You leave on the 38th hour. The rest of us are staying and watching TV.
All right, Scott Baio's right. Then I'll do it without the naps. You name the show. Scott, you know what we want you to do. Happy Days.
Oh, nice.
That's hysterical.
All the seasons. You know, it might get a little rough after Richie left and you're watching, stuff starring Joni and her pals.
Yeah.
So those episodes may get a little rough.
No one said that you couldn't watch the same episodes over and over. Watch the one where Fonzie did the dance contest. It was longer than 48 hours and he had to dance.
Right, and use that for inspiration, the dance marathon. Because if he lost that, he was going to have to shave his head.
No ways that happened, Fez.
Nope.
Not the Fonz.
But if you get into those later episodes where, for some reason, now Potsy hangs out with Joni's friends.
That was always uncomfortable.
That's embarrassing.
What one show do you think you'd watch the whole time? You figure some freaky Star Trek guy would want to watch all the Star Trek thing.
That would work. I would definitely go the Andy Griffith Show. I could sit there and watch that for hours and hours and hours.
Why do you think?
I don't know.
You think it's one of those things you wish you lived there?
That could be.
Because there...
And that Don Knotts is a scream. I'll laugh at those same old bits over and over again.
Plus there, you'd be the smart guy.
Yes, that's true.
I'd be a good boy. That says a good boy. Yeah. Sideburns out of the levy. I hate somebody having a record that isn't that damn good.
I have 46 and a half hours to watch TV.
Yeah.
Someone should, that's jogging. That's a bad record.
Adam, you're on RNFS. Hey, Adam.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, buddy.
Good. I think I could beat that record you were saying, the guy watching TV.
Yeah. Al, I want you to look into this.
NYPD Blue?
Yeah. Maybe we'll
I watched TV for a full weekend.
Right, and did they get in the Guinness Book?
What's that?
I'm trying to find out whether we get in the Guinness Book or not. Yeah, we could.
I could do it.
Are you going to do it, Al? Are you going to represent me in Fez?
You're just making it up, Al. You don't know the answers to the Guinness World Records. Yes, we'll be on page 9.
Instead of just yelling out stupid stuff, I want to know the end.
Adam, what show would you watch?
I don't know.
Real World.
I can watch anything.
Yikes.
I don't know.
All right, thanks, Adam. We'll look into this. Maybe we're going to do this.
Because this seems completely doable, and in under 2 days. In under 2 days, you have the record for watching TV.
That literally is about a spoon of crystal meth.
I may get some Oreos and just try this weekend. On my own.
You trying to get people to send you free Oreos again?
No.
Hey, Mikey, you're on a Fez.
Hey, how's it
Mike.
going?
Yeah.
Hey, I got an idea. It'll be the equivalent of TV's Hell in a Cell. The Joni Loves Chachi Marathon.
Ouch.
Whoever can endure Joni Loves Chachi for 48 hours deserves a medal. Maybe they'll end up dead, but it's worth a try.
All right, thanks a lot.
How many of those episodes do you think there were?
6.
You're watching...
Watching
6
3
over
hours.
and over
You're
again.
watching 3 hours worth.
That's going to kill you.
That's it. I've seen everything that Joni and Chachi have done. What if you watch something really like Bonanza?
I've seen everything that Joni and Chachi's done.
Hey, Eric, you're on a Fez.
Hey, Eric.
Guys, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Yo, can you watch anything you want?
Yeah.
Anything, Batman. Put him in. Set him up and knock him down.
The TV shows or the movies?
Oh, the TV shows. Forget, are you kidding me? Especially ones with Batgirl?
I could do that.
Yeah, you can't spank. You can't spank.
That's just going to tire you out. You try spanking.
You know what? I know you're a big Batgirl fan there, Eric. I'd nail all three of the Catwomen before I even went in.
Even Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt boosts her right in the air.
I would actually start with Eartha Kitt.
Nice.
But Julie Newmar, I'd munch.
Yeah. Here's a good trivia question. Can you name the third one?
Julie Newmar, Eartha Kitt, and
she was only in the movie, in that first movie that came out the first season. Her name escapes me right now.
Lee Merriweather.
You got it.
Very good, Fezzy.
My man.
Way to go. All right,
somebody didn't write that on the screen. They weren't cheating, were they?
No, nobody cheated.
Did Al Dukes know that one?
Believe me, Al Dukes wouldn't know anything other than when he grows up, he wants to be Lee Merriweather.
Eric, I'm standing here with a Riddler tattoo. I know a little bit about the Batman.
Thanks, Eric. Riddler tattoo.
Not that I'm proud of. I'm thinking of getting that Green Lantern one.
All right, now look who wants to do this stunt. Somebody we haven't heard of in forever. Circus Boy. Hey, Circus Boy.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, where have you been?
I was on vacation. I went to the Burning Man Festival in Nevada. I just got back today.
Now, how was that?
It was amazing. It was like the best experience of my entire life.
Isn't it too damn hot, though?
During the day, it's like 100, but at night, it's like 40 or 50.
Oh, I thought it gets to like 120 during the day.
No, there's no humidity, too. It's a lot better than here. You don't really sweat. It's just hot as hell.
Yeah, but that's the problem that you're not sweating. You can end up dying in the desert like that.
Oh, no, it was insane. It was just like, 30,000 insane people together for 8 days in the desert.
Were you tripping?
A little bit. Some mushrooms,
Some peyote?
No, I wish. Couldn't find any.
Who'd you go with, Circus?
I went with a couple of my circus freak friends.
Yeah. All right, that's cool.
So, I was thinking, I think I could double this guy's record.
How long do you want to do it for?
I could do it for, 5 days, 6 days.
I don't know. Here's the thing about you, Circus Boy. You always say you can do something, and you can't.
Right.
I can't.
And then we don't hear from you forever again.
I don't even need to sleep. I can just watch TV. I can stay up for about 66 hours straight without even sleeping.
Have you done that before?
I have. That's the longest I ever stayed up without even sleeping.
Why?
Just to see if I could.
Were you doing drugs?
No, sometimes we get bored, you party all night, and then, you want to go do something during the day, and then the party happens that night, and you don't really want to go to sleep because you don't want to miss a good party.
Yeah. What about this? I mean, we could check with the other shows, but we could just stick him in the corner at NEW and see how long he could go.
Yeah, I'll take a couple days off of work and just come and sit in the corner and watch, maybe South Park episodes.
He's not even listening to me. He's the Burning Man. He's the Burning Man. He's all weirded out. Hey, you know what the best thing I like about Circus Boy? Circus Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Circus Girl's here, too. You want to talk to her?
When is she coming back in?
Probably soon. She's in my room right now listening to us.
All right, yeah. Ask her to come on in.
Oh, well, you want to talk to her?
Yeah.
Sure. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Hey, come here.
Hello?
Hey, baby. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Hi, Circus Girl.
We haven't seen you in forever.
We haven't seen you since we played the original Beer Factor.
I know. I miss you guys.
All right. How long do you think you can stay up?
How long what?
How long can you stay up straight?
Can I stay up straight?
Yeah.
Oh, probably not long. I like sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I like sleeping.
Ronnie, she's passed out again.
All right, you got to come back in with the Circus Boy, okay?
I definitely will.
All right, talk to you later, honey.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye. She's really cute, that girl. Really, really cute. Al Duke, she should have been here the night you peed yourself.
I wouldn't have wanted her to see that.
Everyone else in the room did. And Circus Girl, when we played the original Beer Factor, she went toe-to-toe with you, Al Dukes. Little girl like that went toe-to-toe with you on beers.
But I didn't lose to her.
That's true. Now,
only because the show had to go off.
A lot of people are sending in new beer drinking games, Fezzy, that we can start playing on Friday nights.
I love it.
I'm looking at one right here. Beer pong is a game. So, you have 10 cups set up in a triangle shape. The back row having 4 cups, the next row having 3, then 2, and finally 1 cup. Each side of the table. You stand on one side of the table and try to throw a ping pong ball in the air into the cups on the other. It's a fun drinking game, and you get more drunk and it becomes hilarious. I don't understand. Do you have to drink if it lands in a cup? That's what he's got to explain to us.
Right. Do you have to drink all the cups that are in that row that you land in? Or
another one that got sent to us was called Power Pitcher, where you have 2 teams, and they have to kill a pitcher of beer together. So it's like my team against your team.
All right.
Have to see which 5 people on each side, full pitcher on the end of the table. Object is to finish the pitcher before the other side's pitcher is done.
Just slamming pictures.
Yeah. So I like some of these. That one comes from Nick.
And that one, are you
1291.
pouring glasses for everybody, or are you just passing the picture around?
Yeah.
Probably be faster to pass.
Hey, Pantera writes in, I think Al has a real crush on Circus Girl. Listen to the Beer Factor tapes, and you'll see that Al sticks up for her the whole time. Drunken Al Dukes. Al, why don't you get drunk on Friday?
Oh, come on.
I could do that.
Yeah, good.
All right.
I love when you get drunk. You're funnier than Danny Bonaducci.
You rock out.
All right, is this Pia on line 5? Is that the way we're pronouncing it?
That is Pia.
Pia has a big...
Spy report. Spy report.
Oh,
Spy report.
So let's check this out.
Interesting.
Hey, Pia.
Hi, Pia.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, how you doing, honey?
Pretty good. Okay.
So you have a...
Spy report.
Spy report for us?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, what happened?
Big news.
No.
Hank the Angry Dwarf is dead.
What happened?
His manager got a 911 page at 1 o'clock from his mother. She said that he was dead. It's also on his website.
What's
HankTheDwarf.com.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised that wasn't taken.
Now, you don't think this is some kind of bit?
No.
Don't get upset. I'm just asking.
I swear to God.
No, but I'm saying...
She's in mourning, Ronnie.
Could somebody else be just doing this before I go saying someone's dead?
Right.
What?
Yeah.
No, I swear to... It was also on the E! channel.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking. This is the
So
first
it's
time I heard
new.
about it. Yeah.
And I'm upset that I can't have a three-way with him and Steve Dahl.
Oh, my God.
Nice.
So when did all this happen?
Oh, we just found out about it like an hour ago.
Did they say what the causes were, or don't they know yet?
I think he died in his sleep.
All right,
It was
sleep
probably
should never be a
alcohol
cause.
related.
Yeah.
You know, we used to have a dwarf that did the show with us years ago.
Midge,
who was... Remember when dwarf tossing was big?
Oh, yeah.
That was Midge that invented that. And he died from alcohol. I don't know what it is about dwarfs and drinking.
Dwarf tossing, that, of course, they would put Midge in a harness at bars, and guys could, grab the handles on the harness and swing him back and forth and see how far they could actually toss him.
All right, so all you know is that he died in his sleep, you're saying, right?
Yes.
And even though, I'm saying I don't know this to be a fact, but thank you, Pam.
Okay.
Thank you for the...
Spy report. Spy report.
Spy report.
Good show.
All right, see you later, man.
Thank you, Pia. All right, if anyone's ever got a spy report, we're right here to take it. 877-692-1027.
Sure. We're always looking to spy. How can you check on that news? It's sad news.
Yeah, I'm checking it out.
On what? DullProducer.com? Is that where you go for this?
Is that your homepage, Al Dukes?
Hey, Mike. Mike, you're on Ron Fez. How you doing, man?
Hey, Mike.
How you doing, gentlemen? How are you?
Hey, cool.
You're on the topic of world records and things like that, Guinness Book of World Records?
Yeah.
Right.
I may have a record set already, and I don't even know it. I saw the same rock band perform live 186 times in 9 different countries over the last 17 years.
Grateful Dead? Is that what we're talking about? Grateful Dead?
No way. I'm not a deadhead.
Because I know more people seen that. All right, so who was it that you saw?
Yeah, but half of those guys never remembered the shows because they were so stoned.
All right, who did you see 186 times?
The rock band Kiss.
All right, here's
I know every show that I've seen. I can tell you something about it, and I can tell you what city or countries I've seen them in. Just as of recently, I saw them in March and April in Japan and in Australia.
All right, here's the only problem with that. I'm sure any roadie would have you beaten.
No, I'm not talking about on a working level. I'm talking about from a fan/friend level.
What is it about Kiss that has you following them all over the place?
That has you going to Japan.
Well, I mean, it starts back to what you were talking about before. You were talking about superheroes, right?
Right.
And lunchboxes. Well, when I was 7, 8 years old, you forgot about 4 very important superheroes, and that was the rock band Kiss.
Sorry, we didn't mean to offend.
Well, that's all right. I still got the lunchbox. It's worth over $200 now, thermos and all.
Wait, you say nice, but this guy ain't going to sell it. It could be worth $1 million. He ain't going to sell it. That's the problem. That's the problem with fans.
Eventually,
if
down
he
the
needs
line,
tickets to Japan, he'll sell it.
I know. In the meantime, you spent like $400,000 on this band, and you got a $200 lunchbox.
Listen.
Yeah.
Because of this band, I've seen the world. I've traveled over and over again. I've been to places that people will only look at pictures in a book about or read about.
You realize you can go to these countries without seeing concerts?
No, absolutely. But it just makes it all the more appealing because, you know, I go there, I get to see the show, I have days off, and I go sightseeing and traveling. It's a wonderful experience, and the shows, each one are better than the next. If you've ever seen a Kiss concert, they say you haven't really lived yet until you've seen a Kiss concert.
You know, I have, and one was plenty. All right, here's Kevin.
Well, I guess you've lived.
Yeah, I've lived, and I've loved.
Proud of
All right, hold on, Mikey. Kevin wants to talk to you. Kevin, you're on with Mike, the Kiss guy.
Yo, man, this guy is a major loser, man. How much money in tickets has this guy blown in his life? You gotta be kidding me.
Including airfare.
You gotta be kidding me. They have the same goddamn show every single time. You gotta be kidding me.
I'm sorry. Listen.
Are you blowing Gene Simmons? Let me ask you. Or Paul Stanley? Come on and see us play.
All right, thanks, Kevin.
Listen.
All right, hold on. Mike wants
Ron
to
Faz, I'm sorry, I didn't get to hear that jerk-off's name. What was his name?
It was Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin, I have never paid for a ticket to see Kiss.
Why not?
How's that?
That's got to be a record.
You know, there you go. Listen to this.
Why haven't you ever paid?
Imagine if I had to pay $100 a ticket, which is what they charge.
Well, hold on. Why haven't you had to pay?
Well, because I've established, a relationship over the years, like a friendship, as being a loyal fan over the years.
What kind of fan are you if you never pay for a ticket?
Listen, and as a courtesy, I guess just as a courtesy, they say, here you go. And I'm not alone. There are lots of other people like me.
So they are just taking their friends and putting them. They're not really selling out these shows. They're giving tickets to their friends.
No. The reason why they can afford to give away tickets to friends is because they're selling out the shows.
All right, hold on. Here's Rob. Rob, you're on Mike, a guy who saw Kiss 186 times in 9 different countries.
We're checking to see if this is indeed a record.
Yeah. Listen, and we're talking about Japan 3 different times.
All right, hold on, Mike. Go ahead, Rob.
I just want to say, Kiss is the worst band ever. A moron could write those songs. They're the cheesiest lyrics, the worst guitar riffs.
Right now,
anybody who would go to see them that many times has got to be the biggest loser in the world.
The Kiss bastards are all going to come out now. The guys with such the great lives that you have calling this radio program, just like me, right?
Mike, do you get a lot of that though? You got a lot of Kiss bastards?
These are the true losers, the guys that are calling up because they can't relate to something so positive in their life that I
bet none of them have been to Japan.
There you go.
All right, let me point this out. Hold on, Mike. Mike, let other people talk. Fezzy, a lot of people have gone all over the world to golf or fishing. What the hell's the difference? This guy's thing is to go to see the same Kiss show over and over.
Listen, it's not always the same show.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it's a new city. It's a different crowd.
You paint your face?
No, never. I mean, when I was 10 years old and Halloween, but other than that, that's it.
Yeah.
But listen to this. I've been, like I said, Japan and Australia. I've been to Norway. I've been to Sweden. I've been to England. I've been to Puerto Rico.
But you've never been to me.
Listen.
That's like the song says.
You know that as a result of traveling to England to see Kiss, I spent 2 days in Liverpool, which my first love were the Beatles, and I had such a wonderful time in Liverpool.
But they refused to paint their faces.
Who?
Beatles.
Now, I think they did on numerous occasions that we don't know about.
Did you still go see Kiss those times in the 80s where they wouldn't paint their face anymore?
Yes, absolutely. I saw a lot of those shows, and, you know, that was just...
what was the best show you ever saw?
The best show I ever saw?
Yeah.
Well, it's tough to say, seeing 186, but it would have to be the very first show...
Sure, that would be it for me, though.
No,
the first the best,
and then they downhill from there?
Progressively get worse.
Listen, the first show of the reunion tour at Tiger Stadium in Detroit. 46,000 people. I was in the front row, and it was unbelievable. Unbelievable experience. The whole town, Detroit, is known as a Kiss city. And
Sparky Anderson brought him out.
It's Detroit Rock City, isn't it, my man?
There you go. You got it right. If you would have seen and felt the electricity in this city, I've never seen New York like that for any sporting event, any concert whatsoever. Not
even the Subway Series, because he was dull around here.
Not even.
All right, hold on. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on with Mike, the guy who saw Kiss 186 times.
I think he has another record.
Yeah, what's that?
He probably saw 7 farewell shows.
How many farewell tours have they done over the years?
How many farewell tours? They've only done one that only started a few months back, which hasn't ended. He has a point there.
Have you been crying?
Hasn't ended.
Have you been crying at every show now?
Nah, I mean,
a little bit.
To be honest with you, I'm almost happy that it's coming to an end because it's just, you know, as it gets a little older, it's just not as exciting and special as it was years back. So,
but yet you still go.
All good things come to an end. You know, it's time to close the book on it. That's it.
Do you want to make it an even 200 and call it quits?
I would like to. You know, that would be nice. But if I don't, you know what? Like I said, I've seen the world. If I could take it all back, I never would. I wouldn't, because I've been to places, like I said before, that people will only read about. People don't leave their neighborhoods, and I've been all over the world, and they just help me. They help
you rock on, right? They help you get the rock thing going.
Listen,
do you have all 186 of your ticket stubs?
Absolutely.
He never even, oh really?
No. Even though I don't pay, I do get tickets though. I get complimentary tickets. But let me tell you something. I have.
All right, hold on. Timmy wants
something to frame, right?
Hey, Timmy, you're on with Mike, the guy who saw Kiss 186 times.
Paint your face like Peter Criss and go to the Bay City Rollers concert.
Listen, Ron, Faz.
Yeah, so would that still be fun for you, Mike?
Ron?
Yeah.
Faz? I have a Kiss collection of the toys and the games and the memorabilia throughout the 70s that's worth well into the tens of thousands of dollars.
What's the crown jewel in your Kiss collection?
Well, there's many different things. I have the pinball machine.
You've got Ace Frehley sperm.
I have
some of that.
Listen,
have you seen? Let me ask you this: have you seen him naked ever?
Never.
When you're backstage?
Never. I don't want to. I've seen the girls that they or we do naked.
Did you ever?
Oh wait, now you're part of the band.
I've never seen them.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet Cher when she was with Gene Simmons?
No. But let me tell you, I've met so many different people throughout the world, friends.
Gino Manelli?
Even celebrities that I've met through a course of...
All right, give us some of the Kiss celebrities you met.
The Kiss celebrities?
Yeah.
I am not a retard.
Yeah.
That you've met through these concerts.
I've met Todd McFarlane, the guy who bought Mark McGuire's ball.
Oh, Mr. Spawn.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a big celeb.
Because he's the gentleman who made the Kiss figures as of a couple of years ago.
All right. Who else? That's it, right?
No, I met Sid
Spanky
Fernandez.
McFarlane.
Sid Fernandez. All right. Now we're in big trouble with this big celebrity hangout.
Sting.
Which Sting? The wrestler?
No.
Or the guy from the police.
The musician. How about Shannon Tweed?
Oh, God. All right, so they get the big stars backstage. Yeah. This is only after 186 shows.
And, you know, you talk about all the musicians throughout the 80s and 90s, all those hair bands. I've met them numerous times at their shows.
Who have you met? Warren?
Let's put it this way. Listen, I saw Kiss. Listen, hey, don't laugh. Warren was big, but listen.
Please, I know.
Listen,
Believe me.
I saw Kiss in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah.
In 96. And you know who was at the show?
Begging for a quarter?
Listen.
They were
at the show.
He saw Ace Frehley fighting a seagull over a French fry. The two of them just going at it, seeing who would get this French fry. All right, go ahead.
At this Las Vegas show, it was, in the audience was Don Dokken.
Wow. Now, how good were his seats?
No, but listen.
He's in the third tier.
Listen, at the time, he was a big name. Don Dokken, Michael Anthony from Van Halen.
Nice.
All the guys from Slaughter.
Wow, the Slaughter Boys showing up in force.
Here you go.
Was everybody crying when you heard Beth?
Nah, only a few people in the front row.
Yeah.
Although I have to admit...
Listen,
I have to admit that the first time that I saw Peter sing that song live...
Yeah. You cried?
You know, it did send goosebumps, you know?
Why?
Well, you know...
Because me and the boys...
Big Cat singing,
Is it because me and the boys are playing all night?
That's it.
He thought he went to Cats. He went there accidentally.
You got it.
Shh, Mike. Listen to me. And you know I want to come home, right? But me and the boys, we got a sound. I just can't get it right. You know, I'm trying my best. You know, I'd love to get home.
You're doing all right.
This may be how we ought to start and end the shows now.
Ronnie Line 6, Beth Collie.
I'll let him know, man. I'm trying to, I can't get the sound.
One more thing, guys. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you know, I mean, not that you know, back in 95 when I went the first time to see them in Japan, they invited me and my few friends that were with us
to have sex.
To go bowling with them because they're big bowlers.
If you had to have sex with one of the Kiss guys, who would it be?
Yeah, that's one of the questions on the Kiss, the official Kiss website. That's one of the
sure it
questions
is.
that
I'm
they
sure
asked
it's
the
the
girl.
first thing they ask the guys, too. So who would it be, Mike? Which one? The cat or the scary Joker or which one?
The lightning bolt, the lightning child, or what? A star child.
Yeah.
Homie, don't play that.
What if you had to, though?
I mean, even if I had to, what does that mean?
Like if Nazis had your parents and they were going to cut their throat.
Right.
Unless you had sex with one of the Kiss guys, which one?
I'd have to say Paul.
Why Paul?
Well, he's the most effeminate.
Can I say this, Mike? This ain't the first time you thought about that. Homie. Homo has thought about that a little bit.
You got the wrong guy here.
Right, sure. How quick he says, oh, Paul, of course.
I didn't say it so quickly. you had to give me the whole Nazi parenting.
No, what Nazis?
scenario.
No one ever said Nazis and parents.
I got it on tape.
That doesn't even make sense. All right, so it would be Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
When's your next show, Mike? What are you going to go see next?
Well, unfortunately, there are no shows right now lined up.
That's it, it's over.
Everything's on hiatus. Hey, it may be over. Who knows? But everything's on hiatus right now, put on hold.
You know who would love to have you in studio was Eddie Trunk.
Yeah.
I've been up there. As a matter, I was up there like a year ago. I went up with Listen, I went up there with Bruce Kulick. He did a special, a Kiss special, and Bruce was the guest, and I went up with Bruce just to hang out with Eddie. I know Eddie,
I'm sure you do. Eddie's seen him 184 times, so he's breathing down your back.
Eddie, as a matter of fact, Eddie was on the plane with us when we flew out to Detroit in '96 to see the first show.
Yeah, I know. He loves those guys.
I know. Eddie wanders onto planes. We have a lot of trouble with that.
A lot of people don't know this about Eddie Trunk, but he's always in full Kiss makeup when he does his show.
I believe it. When he does those special Merry Christmas specials.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. I love that. That's my favorite time of the year.
Eddie's good people.
Yeah, all right.
I even have my plate on my car about Kiss.
What about the one on your head?
No, that one I'm waiting to have it taken out, and then I'll have it stamped. I'll put the Kiss logo on it. You guys gonna buy a Kiss coffin?
Yeah. I don't want to put you in it tonight. All right, Mikey.
We got Alan Hawk digging already.
All right, it's been fun, guys.
Have
a great
thanks,
evening.
Mikey. You too, pal.
Way to go. Good luck with that.
I don't know. Let me call Earl. Earl, have you ever heard of anybody who's seen a band more than 138 times? I'm sure Deadheads.
Oh, there's plenty of them. There's plenty of losers out there that do.
What's the most you've ever seen one band, Earl? And you see a lot of shows.
I've seen Living Color 12 times. And I consider myself a loser for saying that.
Yeah.
You mean that TV series?
No.
We've all seen that 12 times.
No, the band.
Oh.
No, I've seen them I've seen them 12 times. And I was they're doing some more shows at the end of the month, and I might fly out to see one of the shows. And I'm like,
you're the next Mike.
And I'm like, I am such a, and I mean, 12 is like a small number compared to this guy. I'm like, and I think I'm a loser.
Yeah, you are.
You're going to get the Living Color coffin.
No. You know how much that Kiss coffin costs?
How much?
Like $6 or $7 grand.
Yeah, well, it's worth it.
Airbrush so nice.
Hundreds of years from now, they dig it up and they go, what the F were people doing back at the turn of the millennium?
I know, they're going to think we're savages. Just savages.
I'm trying to think who I've seen the most. And then, the weird thing is probably some opening band.
Yeah.
It was probably somebody who, toured constantly opening for headliners. It was probably...
I've known people that saw the Dead hundreds of times.
I can't imagine. Once is plenty. Even then, I'm leaving during the encore to get the hell out of the parking lot. And spending half the time looking around for the guy who sold me paper as acid. Thank you very much. Here's Jennifer. She wants to talk about her little crazy obsession. Jennifer, how you doing, hon?
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if there was something wrong with me, since I've seen Fish like 38 times, and I toured all the way down to Florida for a festival for
What
years.
are you getting out of that, hon?
It's fun.
I mean, what's the bit? Are you doing ecstasy the whole time?
Do you wear the fairy wings in the whole bit?
No, just the long dresses.
All right, would you ever get backstage?
No.
Would never get go to the Geek Boys for, get backstage?
No, just hanging out, dancing, drinking.
You call that what you do there, dancing, huh? Well, okay. I guess legally, there's no way we can stop that. But
it's very interpretive.
Right, you turn the music off and it looks like the person's having a fit.
Someone's putting a spoon on your mouth to keep you from swallowing your tongue.
So what?
Have you ever been to a fish show?
I thought you said Kiss Show. I get so weirded out. I didn't know who I. Yeah, I've seen fish.
Well, you want to be here for the holidays for Eddie Trunk's Merry Fishmas.
Everything he's doing
drives me nuts.
All right, honey.
All right, see you.
No, more power to you. Like your bands.
I had to stop him that one year. He was trying to do Merry Christmas. And not even the little guys who jump. I mean Christopher Cross.
Oh, sailing?
Yes, the Ride Like the Wind.
Well, if you get fans of Ride Like the Wind, you got one bad Christmas.
I was watching I guess it was one of those MTV anniversary shows.
Sure.
Where they're talking about how video changed the music industry and everything, and everyone had to have a video. And they're talking about Christopher Cross and basically saying the man's career was over because he was too fat and hideous to be put on TV. That the man's career ended.
They should have stapled his ass like they do nowadays. You'd be fine. Ladies and gentlemen, we're doing a Merry Christmas.
Right now, our reports say that Santa's caught somewhere between the moon and New York City. Be looking for his sleigh.
Merry Christmas, everyone, from a very special Eddie Trunk.
And may you and yours ride like the wind.
Run fast.
Hey.
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 Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
Ron and Fez here to tell you about O2Go, oxygenated distilled drinking water. Ronnie, I was on the plane today, and they served me that crappy airline water, that generic stuff, and I'm going, I miss my O2Go. I need my oxygen.
I know what you're saying, Fez. You know this? A lot of people are saying drink 8 glasses a day. Mm-hmm. It makes you healthier. This is the only water that I can drink that much of. It goes down so smooth.
It goes down good. It's real purity, great taste, and no aftertaste. Without question, more refreshing and healthier than anything on this planet.
Al Dukes, I want you to call the O2Go people and find out why it's so easy to drink this water. Is it the oxygen? Is that what works like this?
Because you can just down a bottle without blinking.
Now, I go to the O2Go Original Blue, Fizzy. That's my favorite. That's the delicious, calorie-free essence. But there's more.
Yeah, there's also the exclusive black sport bottle that has even more oxygen pumped into it for when you need it most.
It's the healthy way to get perked up. No caffeine. It's the coffee replacement. It's O2Go.
Here it is, guys. O2Go, oxygenated distilled drinking water.
I could buy and sell you and your little freak show dog and pony act, whatever this is.
With smacking the cheek of the freak. Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
We're back, and now we're starving. We're Ron and Fez.
Hey, yeah, I'm sending Al out to get something. Hey, Jason, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Ron and Fez, what's going on, guys?
What do you say, buddy?
I'm just sitting here and watching SmackDown. They're showing the replay now of The Undertaker getting his ass whooped by Brian Clark and Brian Adams.
Oh, really?
So
Crush and Ralph. Atom bomb.
Right.
They
Spy
came out
report.
with Steven Richards.
Wow, so I'm shocked to see Brian Adams back, Fuzzy.
Yeah, I would have never thought these guys would ever come back to WWF.
Yeah, I never thought there was any big heat there, but I guess they don't have a lot of WCW stuff to use.
All right, guys, just thought I'd let you know.
Right.
So they're grabbing what they got. They got Crush and Atom Bomb back. I hope they go by Crush and Atom Bomb again.
I think those days are over. I think,
and I hope Brian Adams, Crush, the real Brian Adams ought to sue.
Well, Fezzi, you saw the Canadian Brian Adams 136 times.
Yeah. I'm hoping to make it 150 before I die.
So many times that Fez just had to get so close that he cut him like a knife. Just got up and stabbed him. He loved him so much. Hey, Tom, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
Go ahead, buddy.
Well, I mean, I must top a lot of lists. I've seen the Allman Brothers Band about 122 times in the last 14 years.
122 times?
Yeah.
And you never saw Dwayne even once?
You got that right.
Amazing.
I get to see him on the big screen every once in a while.
You know, they peaked in, 1971 or 72 when he died?
Wasn't even born yet, so...
What's it with you and the Allman Brothers band?
When they play in New York, it's the best place to see them. You sort of get caught up into the whole scene, and I've actually traveled pretty far to see them. So.
Who's the kid playing guitar for him now? I forgot his name.
Derek Trucks.
Derek Trucks.
Yeah.
Fezzy and I had Derek Trucks on our show when he was 12 years old. And the weird thing is that his parents then thought that he was like a reincarnated Dwayne Allman. And we went, okay, bring the kid on. The kid played at 12 blues guitar like I couldn't believe. Now he's Dwayne's old spot.
Right, we couldn't argue with the reincarnation theory.
But isn't that weird? That little boy Fezzy grew up to be in Dwayne's old spot. Marky Mark pulled that off, I think, in his new movie, Rockstar. All right, thanks, Tom.
Hey, thank you.
Now, Skinner, who's the member, Leonard Skinner, who just passed away not too long ago?
Which one is it?
Leon Wilkinson.
Right, they're putting a hat rack on stage for him. I guess
Woody's giant top hat.
All right, so yeah, they put his top hat on a hat rack and have a spot like that on the stage. So there's like 2 of those original members left.
Wow. Hey, Pat, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing? Hey, Pat.
Hey, what's up, guys? 3201. Card holder 32. Cool. Thank you. I haven't talked to you guys in forever. How's everything?
Well, again, how you
working?
Working. Now, you were talking about beer pong.
Yeah.
And I want to challenge the not-so-fabulous Al Dukes to a game, because I could kill him.
How does this thing work? We tried to figure it out, but we don't know how the game works.
You just get like a table, like a ping-pong-sized table, and you set up cups, and you got to throw them into the cups. And
the cups are filled with beer?
Well, they're filled like halfway.
And then the other guy drinks?
Yeah, the opposing team, like I'm on one side, I throw it into the cup. If I make it, that person has to drink a beer.
They got to drink that whole cup?
The whole cup.
All right.
It's easy.
No,
and I'd like Al to pee his pants again.
Well, I don't understand the idea of using that many cups. Why not just keep trying to bounce it in one cup?
Well, I think the thing is to make it easy enough to do that without, if you're trying to bounce it one cup, these idiots aren't going to be able to pull that off.
Are you calling me an idiot? Jesus.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Pat.
Later.
So it's like that goldfish thing at the fair, where you throw the ping pong ball and you hope it gets in one of those little goldfish bowls.
Yeah. The replay from Friday night was you drinking when now?
It was the day that all the girls were here, so it was...
you weren't drinking that night?
No, I wasn't drinking that night.
All right, now, what was that game that we were playing that night? Because that was a lot of fun.
Did we ever even name that game?
I had a name for it, and then it just kind of... They all went to the do it category.
All right, what was the name that you had for it?
Know it, spell it, or do it.
Yeah, and no one know it or spell it.
No, they went right to the do it category.
So know it was just fairly easy trivia questions.
Right.
Spell it was having to spell a word, and do it was perform some sort of little in-studio stunt to earn extra points. So that had the big points, and that's why the girls all wanted the do it category.
Yeah, they went for that immediately.
They were a fun bunch. Now, we tried to get a hold of little Melissa, who we all felt deeply in love with. And she went away right before we did.
Yeah, she went on a cruise, I think,
to get out of the country.
Now, if you don't remember which one was Melissa, here she is right here in Fez.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, yes, please, oh please. Oh, please. Oh.
Wow.
All right, that was her from the do it category.
Now, she came in here like the little girl next door, but a couple of cocktails, and she's acting wild. And we found out from her brother that the whole family was home listening to that. And you said that her boyfriend was out in the lobby, and he wasn't too hip to it, right?
No, he didn't look too happy.
Well, he seemed okay to me. He was very friendly with me. But you and, I guess, Billy Staples said he seemed a little put off.
Yeah, he was definitely put off.
By the way, I understand Billy Staples has a big gig this Saturday
Oh, yeah?
The Airsick guys. Where are they going to be appearing at, Albert?
They're going to be at Governor's Comedy Club Division Avenue in Levittown.
All right, try to promote it like it's an actual good thing.
Little excitement.
The Airsick guys, Billy Hine and Paul Bond, will be at Governor's Comedy Club, which is on Division Avenue in Levittown.
All right. So when we come back, we'll play a little bit of their music. But I'm looking up, and look who it is. It's the very cute Melissa. Hey, Melissa. How you doing, honey?
Hi, sweeties.
Hi, Melissa.
I sounded good.
You were fantastic.
Oh, no, but I was in so much trouble. You don't even know.
Who were you in trouble with, honey?
Well, you know, I just let down the whole family. Is
that what they told you?
Well, I'm a disappointment.
But let me ask you this, honey. Why would you ever come on this show and tell your family to watch
Well,
or
you know,
listen?
well, I'm usually a really good kid.
Yeah.
And I just then I was like, then I told Al I would, do one for the team. I was very into being there and giving a good show. And so then I was like, well, so what? They're listening.
Wow, you were great on the air. Now, how was your boyfriend feeling? Al told us he was a little tense.
He was tense, and I couldn't figure it out. And it took like a good 3 days for me to figure it all out. But I think he was mostly worried about how my family was going to treat me.
It took a good 3 days for her to figure it out. Did you remember everything that you had done?
God, no. I don't remember not letting you leave, Fezzy. I kept hugging you, I guess.
You were crazy about Fez.
I'm so sad. I was mortified. I had to get a couple daiquiris just to deal with that.
You were fine, but you were hanging on my arm like a little charm bracelet.
I'm so sorry. I wouldn't have even shook your hand if I was sober. I would have been like, okay, that's cool, goodbye,
You were, and you actually said this in his ear. I could turn you. I know I could turn you.
I didn't even know what that meant.
I wouldn't have been disrespectful to your fiancé.
Melissa, please turn him. Please, honey.
Turn me what?
I can't hear you.
You can even hear the whisper?
Yes, I have headphones on and you're talking into a microphone.
Oh, boy.
No one's going to turn me. I am Lutheran, and I am staying put.
Now, that Lutheran, you have to kill a goat on the...
No, you do not kill a goat or any other animal.
Chicken?
No.
What do you put, a pin in a doll or something, and then that person dies?
No, there is no voodoo involved either.
Oh. Well, if you ever get bored with that, Fez, you turn to Jesus. If you don't want to be a Lutheran anymore.
Lutherans worship Jesus.
Now, here's a weird thing.
Worship him.
Let me ask you this. Martin Luther King, was he a Lutheran?
No.
That's odd.
Isn't that ironic?
Don't you think? A little too ironic. All right, Melissa, would you ever want to come back in and play a drinking game again?
I would love to.
Really?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So you don't care what your family says?
Oh, I won't tell them. This is my secret now.
That's what I do in my family. What about your boyfriend? Would you tell him, or is he a little...
I'll tell him.
Okay.
He wants me to have fun.
Well, you were. And what you did with that banana was perfect.
Oh, I'm known on the message board for that now.
Oh, is that right? We're on Fez.net?
Yeah.
What were some of the things you did? We heard you fake the O.
Oh, I faked the O, oral on a banana.
And had another fake O while you're doing that.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I do that.
I know you made out with a girl.
Shot. You made out with a girl?
I did make out with a girl. She said I couldn't kiss. I did a body shot.
Yeah, off a fat guy.
And you were licking Lisa's toes.
Oh, yeah. And I stayed way down too long on that one.
Excuse me?
I shouldn't have, I needed like a timer. I didn't know have a sense of time. That was bad.
Now, Fez, your religion you're born to, you're Lutheran, right?
Yes.
Is that one where you have sex with kids on the altar?
No!
So I thought that's what Paula Poundstone was as a defense. I'm a Lutheran, she says.
She did not say that, and there's no sex with the kids on the altars.
Anymore.
Not on the altars.
All right, Melissa. When are you coming back in, honey?
Oh, I haven't scheduled anything, but it's all up to you.
Well, let me tell you something. We've got an open door for you here.
Oh, thanks, guys. I love you both.
Yeah. You were terrific, and that was
she
actually
also the oil rub. She got an oil massage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, felt me up. Oh, my, that was so funny.
Yeah. Who was the one that filled her up?
Gina, dance girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And then Gina had the strangest thing. the night you were on vacation with it when Al Dukes wet himself.
I saw the pictures.
And Gina said that turned her on.
No.
Yeah.
No, she seems so normal.
Yeah.
What does your family say about Gina?
Well, there was one thing they wouldn't tell me that really pissed them off, and I don't know what it was.
Oh, that's when you gave me skull. I think that was it. No, I don't know anything. I heard it from your brother. He called us when you were gone and said that they started getting a little weirded out doing neos and stuff like that.
Right.
And I probably, if I would bet anything, is that you're making out with another girl. Which the weird thing is, we didn't even ask you to do that.
I know, that wasn't even all I... I'm not, that's okay. That's fine. I went to an all-girls school. I'm not a lesbian, but I'm all comfortable.
It's like you practice kissing with them.
You have to look at it and say, you know what, they're just a person, who cares?
Right. Yeah. That's what's gotten Fez through a lot of scare.
Daddy's sitting home proud listening tonight, isn't he?
Turn him.
Listening.
Oh, so turn him.
I can hear you.
Hey, speaking of which, Aldrich says tomorrow night is the Barbara Walters thing with,
Ann Heche.
Yeah. And what is it that she said has got her so wacky? What's some of the nutty stuff that went on with her?
I think she said that she was molested when she was a kid and that she's been insane for most of her life.
Yeah, she said.
Who molested her?
Abused by her father, she said.
Alright, so because of that kind of made her insane?
And she was sexually abused by her father and was mentally ill for the first 31 years of her life. She even said that...
How old is she now?
I don't know how old she is.
I thought they said 32.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
so she's been sane for a year, is what she's trying to say. She actually told Barbara Walters that during her 3-year lesbian relationship with Ellen, she was insane the entire time.
The rest of us were insane watching. All right, so she said she had an alter ego?
Right, this is all part of her new autobiography called Call Me Crazy. It's coming out this week. So that's what she's talking with Barbara Walters. Her other personality was an alien called Celestine, who spoke directly to God.
Now, I wonder if her Ellen has met the crazy person.
Has met Celestine.
Right.
Now, they said, remember when she went nuts, though, and ended up at that farmer's door in Fresno?
Yeah.
That person said she was telling them that the mothership was coming. So that must have been Celestine who was out in Fresno.
That was George Clinton. One of her alter egos is George Clinton. The mothership is coming down. All right,
the total power of a fully operational mothership.
So that's whack, huh?
Yeah.
Where's her dad now? Let's hunt this guy down and beat him with a hammer.
Right, yeah. Mr. Heche. See what he's done to all of us. She said she only regained her sanity about a year ago.
And then she married a sound guy.
Right.
All right, Melissa, we're going to have you back in soon, okay, honey?
Okay, take care.
All right, can I call you Celestine? No?
It sounds like me.
No, in all honesty, honey, we really adore you, okay?
Oh, thanks, baby.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, big fan.
Where the babies from?
Oh, nice.
All right,
Our
talk to
turn.
you. All right, bye-bye.
All right,
bye, Melissa.
877-692-1027. 877-692-1027. When we come back here, you don't want to miss it, we'll play something by Airson, which you'll see at Governor's. And what's the phone number there, Al?
To make those reservations?
That's what we want to do, is to get some people to make some reservations. We'll have to see Billy Staples and Paul.
516-731-3358.
All right, for Governor's. 877-692-1027 is our phone number.
Round of applause.
Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW.
Tired of all those licking chicks.
Air sick. All right, Ron and Fez.
All right, they're going to be appearing soon at
Governor's Comedy Club, Division Avenue, Levittown. That's going to be Saturday. Shows at 8 and 10:30. A Sunday show at 8 p.m. 516-731-3358 to make your reservation.
Oh, so they're doing the whole weekend there?
Yeah, according to this. According to what I have.
Yeah, all right.
And request the Ann Heche song.
So request the Ann Heche song, and never say that we're going to smash or trash something, or else they'll get mad at you. They'll turn on you in a heartbeat if you smash or trash them.
So So just enjoy. Sit back and enjoy.
Sit back and enjoy and say thank you for being a friend.
That's a good song.
Sure.
Andrew Gold.
Hey, Chet, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, guys. Welcome
hey,
back.
All right, thanks.
Listen, I wanted to let you know, was Anne Heche also crazy when she was dating Steve Martin?
I think she was probably crazy when she dumped him.
It was like a springboard into her career there.
Well, you know when he did that crazy movie with Eddie Murphy?
Oh, Bowfinger?
Bowfinger.
Oh, yeah.
The girl in Bowfinger who went from guy to guy to guy was supposedly based on Anne Heche.
Oh, okay.
Little inside joke.
Yeah, a little inside joke, but if the girl had some mental problems because what her dad did to her, you got to feel kind of bad, right?
Yeah, that's kind of hidden below the belt.
Yeah, she's 32 and says for 31 years she's been insane. So, yeah, that would fall, that Steve Martin years would fall into that area.
Yeah. Sure. All right, thanks.
All right, thanks, guys.
But apparently, she's had a lot of trouble in her life. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I might have to TiVo this Barbara Walters. By the way, Fezzy, I'm looking for a
Spy report. Spy report.
Oh, yeah?
On the Big Brother show tonight. I don't know what the hell went on there. Hey, Andrew, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing, guys?
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, I think Anne Heche's alter ego is cocaine, and she acts like a cokehead.
She does have a jittery coke thing going on there.
Yeah.
But that don't make you a bad person.
No, definitely not. Hey, I have a
could be
spy
Chihuahua-like.
All right, what do you have?
Spy report.
All right, cool.
Your buddy, that Craigie Lowe, is giving Assman a hard time this morning.
About what?
Well, he said after he has that operation, the stomach stapling, he wants him to go on their show first.
Whatever he wants to do. It doesn't matter to me. All right, thanks a lot.
All right.
Yes, man. It's always in some kind of a gimmick. Always in somebody kind of a gimmick.
You know, like being 510 pounds wasn't enough of a hook.
Right.
It's always an angle.
Get him on our show first. No, whatever you do.
And he's being stapled in about 2 weeks.
All he can do is our show first. That's the most important thing to Fez and I right now.
And we want to give away the staples.
Right.
When they burst.
When they burst. And we want to be here when he finally goes from using a big stick with a toilet paper on the end of it to actually using his hand.
Right now
we want that to happen live on our show.
Right now his slogan is, staples? Yeah, I ate that. We were going to have a last meal for him, too. Is that still in the works?
It's
The
still in the
Last
works.
Supper?
Hey, Pat, you're on Run Fest. I'm starving now. I'm having to hear about his Last Supper, and I'm famished.
Hey, Pat.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
What can we do for you?
Hey, I just want to let you know that she also claims that her father gave her herpes.
Oh, gee.
Wow.
Now, she can't even admit that she's like running around humping all these dudes. She's got it on her father.
Why not believe him? Why not believe her? Maybe
if you had herpes, would you go weighing it on your daughter?
Who knows? I mean, I don't think I would touch my daughter under millions and billions of circumstances.
I wouldn't touch a toilet seat if I had herpes.
You're not even making sense, Pat. Before you get to the herpes, it's a father being with a child. It's ridiculous. It's got to be hunted down.
It's wrong on so many levels before you even get to the herpes.
Way pre-herpes.
Now, I wonder if he slept with her or Celestine, the alien.
I guess you became Celestine afterward.
I hope Barbara Walters says, can I speak to Celestine, the alien, right now?
God, it's always uncomfortable when they do that, and then they roll their eyes. Yes, may I help you?
Yeah, Celestine. Where is Anne right now? Is she on your planet?
Hey, Courtney, you're on Run Fez.
Hello,
hey guys,
Courtney.
It's Courtney, Al's mystery date.
Oh.
How are you doing?
The cute girl that he calls chinless.
Yeah, that's right.
That's awful.
Yeah, how you doing, honey?
I'm pretty good. Hey, guess what?
What?
The guy who I work for's sister used to date Anne Heche's new husband.
Is that right?
Really, yeah.
What's she like?
I don't know. I've only met his sister once, and she seemed like a nice, normal girl, so I don't know, like, how he made the leap from her to Anne Heche, but apparently, I mean, he's just like a regular guy. Yeah, I think he's a cameraman or something.
Yeah,
he's from Florida.
I guess they met when Ellen was on the road putting together her HBO special, and he was filming everything, and Anne was with her, and they hooked up on the road.
Now, I read this situation because Ellen has a brand new show coming up.
Right.
That this Anne Heche did some kind of behind the scenes, she was trying to make a movie, right? Some on-the-road movie about Ellen. Took 200 hours of film, and none of it's usable. And then she leaves Ellen, and Ellen's left with all this expense.
Oh, nice. Ellen, you are so much better off. Let me tell you that now, sister.
You think she could get herself a nice girl?
Oh, yeah, and probably has already.
I don't know. I never hear her talking about it. I never hear Ellen saying, I'm happy with my new girl.
There was one thing where Ellen's mom was saying that Ellen's with someone new now, and it's a really healthy relationship.
You can never trust the mom.
And it's like, why does that woman have to keep talking? Why does Ellen's mother have to keep making press releases?
I remember when she was calling Ann Heche her other daughter.
Right.
Please.
Hey, when am I going to get another mystery date?
You come on in and we'll put you up for mystery
I want a real man this time, okay?
You come on in. By the way, the guy that you were interested in wet himself last week.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I was horrified. I'm really glad that he didn't want to go out with me.
So you might be better off without him, yeah.
I think so.
All right, so
I'd rather have no chin than no bladder.
I think so,
she
too.
has a chin.
And I do have a chin. I have a nice normal chin.
Small in proportion to your head.
It's perfect.
Would you stop it?
Al, I'm not
How
going to...
you wet yourself on the radio? I mean,
Yes.
how can you even talk?
I know, Mr. Glasshouse. Put down those rocks.
Even if she had a duck face, she'd be better. Off the wet himself.
I think so.
All right, do we got your number, Courtney?
I think so. I think Al has it.
All right, now I'm gonna put you on hold just to make sure, okay?
Okay.
I'd be nice with Billy Staples. Okay.
Okay.
Ron, Al just handed me a note. He says I have her phone number. It's 1-800-CHINLESS. He wrote 1-800-CHINLESS down. Quit passing me those notes, because I'll tell.
Al, I don't know if you're familiar with the heart punch, but I will heart punch you, momentarily stopping your heart.
Stan Stasiak, mister. Meets Dad.
What's going on with his son?
They have made him the village idiot, Sean Stasiak.
And it's almost like the newish version of a Polish joke.
Right. Here's the big, stupid Polish kid who falls down. Last night he lost a match because he fell in the middle of the ring. He tripped over his own feet.
Oh, jeez.
It's wrong.
Fezzy, here's somebody we haven't heard from in a long time. He's on the line. It's our old producer, Tuttle.
Ah, Tuttle calling from down south.
Hey, Tuttle.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Play pretty for Atlanta, my friend.
Well, I just thought I would give you guys a call. I know that you guys have been on vacation, and I haven't had a chance to call you about the cheating, dirty New Yorkers in the Little League World Series.
Why do you got to be that way, Tuttle?
About the Rolando Paulinos.
They are Rolando Paulino. I mean, it's not even an American team. I mean, it's an all-Spanish team. None of them can speak English.
They're from New York.
Representation
They're
of
the
New York.
Bronx.
They all lived in the Bronx.
Yeah, but it might as well have been Puerto Rico they were playing for.
Why do you
Dominican Republic.
Why do you got to be so anti-New York? Why do you hate New York so?
Because nobody in New York is the dirtiest town in the world. It's like if you
Have
go
you been
in there.
here? Have you been to New York?
No, but I
No,
think
you know nothing.
He's not allowed to go to Orlando without permission.
I've seen pictures of it, and it just looks dirty.
What pictures? When he says pictures, he actually means he saw a picture with New York. Maybe the picture itself is dirty.
Yeah. Wash
it. No, I'm just saying, though, leave it to a bunch of New Yorkers to cheat, you know, to
have they proved
the pure game of the Little League World Series. They've spoiled Little League Baseball.
You know, I actually thought all the press got carried away with that whole situation before it happened, Fez. I no longer accept those kids because they lost. Not so much over who's 14. That doesn't bother me. It's losing when you're 14.
Well, as you see, the team from the South was victorious against them.
Apopka, Florida?
Yeah.
Yes, Apopka, Florida, the town I drive through every day to go to work.
Oh, God.
That's where he stops and waters his horse.
Now, I saw their Apopka, Florida was population 12,000, teeth 6,000.
Oh, that's sad.
So they don't have, they're not even doing one per mouth there now.
That's awful.
And as you can see, it was an all-white team as well, too.
Can you do me a favor and don't be racist about children?
I'm not being racist about it. As you can see, it's America's favorite pastime, not Puerto Rico's favorite pastime.
The Apopka kids were going to get the keys to the city, but someone had already taken the doors off.
And just to let you know, too, Tuttle, those white boys of yours lost to an all-Asian team.
Yeah.
And let the country down. Basically,
they embarrassed the country down.
They embarrassed the country.
They did not.
They lost to Tokyo.
Hey, I bet you if you went in there, you would find a couple of ringers as well on the Japan
Let
team.
me tell you, if they would have laid down for New York would have went back with Danny, the 14-year-old wonder, and we win this thing.
Danny Almonte was going to pitch on Sunday in the championship game.
But it would have been by a cheater's way. I mean, leave it to a New Yorker to cheat.
I'm going to tell you again, don't start on New York.
Why not? I mean, all I'm saying, though, is it looks like the people in New York don't bathe.
Tuttle, you're not anyone to talk about bathing. Hold on, somebody wants to talk to you, okay? This is Oscar. Hey, Oscar, you're on with Tuttle from Florida. Hey, Oscar.
Hey, boys, 1098 here. Ronnie knows I've been following the Rolando Polinos through all the way with him and so forth. It's not the kid's fault. For one, Tuttle has to realize that Puerto Rico is part of the United States. So every time he says that they're Puerto Rican, not from the United States, that he's ignorant.
It's a U.S. territory.
It is a commonwealth. You know that, Tuttle, and you're just being ignorant. Okay?
What?
No, there's more people that pay taxes there than in Texas. So.
Do they pay taxes?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
No, they didn't. Do they vote?
They do not pay taxes.
They don't vote. They don't vote in that country for for the presidency. So how can they be a part of our country then?
Because don't worry about that part. That will happen in time.
Well, don't worry about it.
Soon enough. Just like New York is almost all Spanish, and just like down in Florida, you have Miami that's full of Cubans. You know that. That's why you're mad, because you're scared. You're scared of the Hispanic man. That's all.
I'm scared they might cut me with a knife and rob me or something.
Exactly. Exactly. And then you know what we're going to do after that? We're going to take your women, we're going to take your children, everything that you're afraid of, we're going to do to you. But first, what we're going to do...
He says the women you can have.
There you go. But first what we're going to do is we're going to play baseball better than you. Because when they're all get broken down, those kids are better baseball players.
If you got a white all-star team versus a Puerto Rican all-star team, the white people would win all the way through. More white people play baseball, and they're way better.
Who would you put on a white all-star team, Tuttle?
Who, Bernie Williams? Who? Alex Rodriguez? Who? Ivan Rodriguez? Come on now. Everybody that's good in baseball is Hispanic. You know that.
An all-white team would beat a Mexican team.
No, that's
Mexican?
no way.
What?
No way.
Who's the best pitcher in baseball right now? Who has the most wins? A white guy.
You crazy.
Kurt Schilling, Roger Clemens,
Pedro Martinez.
Pedro Martinez, he ain't going to win the Cy Young this year. Roger Clemens is.
By the way, he's been hurt. You know that hillbilly from Texas is just a ringer. He's having a good luck year. And I'm a Yankee fan. But of course, Roger Clemens isn't a Yankee. Anybody that knows baseball knows that. What you got to worry about is the fact that Hispanics run baseball, okay, and that you've lost that sport. You go to golf, or you know what? Cheer on hockey, because let me tell you,
they lost
Hispanics have taken over baseball from you guys. It is Hispano national pastime now.
And it's America's favorite pastime. It's
Latin America.
It's as American as apple pie.
Try more like a pastel or a tostón. Sorry, it's Ron if you get hungry.
Oh, those are delicious.
I'm starving, man. I'm literally starving. All right, thanks, Oscar.
You got it, boys.
All right, sit.
Do you agree with me, though, Ronnie?
Not on one thing in your whole life. There's nothing that you say I agree with.
An all-white baseball team would win.
I don't even know who you would put on it.
Mark McGuire.
You think these guys would want to play on the all-white team?
Yes.
They'd be disgusted by the even thought of it.
It would be an all-white team versus, it would be the good guys versus the bad guys.
All right, now you're saying all blacks and Hispanics on the other team against the white team?
Yes, exactly.
White people would get crushed in that, in every sport.
No, that's not true. As you can see, I read an article today in the paper. They were writing about how come
they write about things like this?
Yes. There was an article here in the local paper.
KKK Times?
No. They were writing an article why there was no black people on the Apopka baseball team. Did you know 80% of the black people play in the NBA? It should be Africans' favorite pastime. You know, 70% of the black people are in the NFL. Only 15%.
Tuttle, those black people and Spanish people are American. Right. Do you understand that?
Yeah, but I'm talking, no.
They're African American. Not African.
They are Americans.
Why can't they just be American? Why do they got to be Afro-American?
They are Americans.
Afro-American.
When they're saying African-American, it's because some people like to talk about their ethnic thing. But, you know, when you meet Italian guys, they're not from Italy.
Right.
They're from America. You didn't notice?
Yeah, but...
Did you think black people were born in Africa and then come here? Like Michael Jordan?
Like anyone who said they were African-American, they were born in Africa and now live in America?
But what I'm just trying to say, though, is that an all-Spanish team up there in New York got beat by an all-white team.
And then your white team went on and lost to an Asian team.
But they were better, though, so that means the New York team wouldn't have beat the Japan.
We don't know that because Danny Almani would have been pitching.
But he was 14 years old, though.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't believe him and his dad were lying.
Has anyone looked for pubes? Anyone. I'm willing to check.
And plus today they showed that he didn't play enough games to even qualify for the All-Star team.
All right, hold on. Some people want to talk to you, Tuttle. It just drives me nuts. Hey, Rob, you're on with Tuttle. Hey, Rob.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
This guy, what market are you working in right now?
He's in Orlando.
I'm in Orlando.
Yeah.
So he's like catering to Mickey Mouse.
What's that?
He's talking like all New Yorkers lie and steal, and all we do is, cheat to get everything we got. Maybe you could have learned something and got yourself into a real market and a real job, jackass.
Hey, I have a real job. What are you doing?
What do I do?
Yeah, do you drive
in telecommunications. What do you do?
You drive
work at
a
radio
cab.
station.
Tuttle thinks everyone in New York is either in radio or drives a cab.
Hell, them cab drivers out there.
There's a lot of cab drivers in New York.
All right,
there's a lot of cabs.
Here's Will. Will, you're on with Tuttle.
Hey, how you doing, Tuttle?
Hey, how you doing, Will?
Yeah, I'm a black guy, okay? There's one thing I could do is I could definitely get it up for a stripper, which you can't do.
Remember that?
Okay, so what's the deal with that, Tuttle? What's the deal with that, big man? What's up, big man?
That problem has been fixed. Okay?
Yeah, what, you getting with guys now? Yeah, sure it's been fixed. You getting with guys?
I was with your mom last night.
You finally realized your sexuality, dog.
No, that's embarrassing.
Get me up.
Remember, Tuttle, when you went out with Dinez?
Yes, but that problem's been fixed.
By who? A guy?
No.
Some guy named Steve.
Who is this
your
Steve?
mom's name is Steve.
All right, would you stop with the mom stuff?
You wish you had one. At least I wasn't hacked.
Grade.
It's so immature. Your mom's name is Steve.
All right, thanks, Will.
All right.
Tuttle, are you going to finally come up to New York so you can...
Yes, I am coming up to New York. I will be calling your producer tomorrow to let him know the exact date, and I'll come up there and I'll spit in every one of those New Yorkers' faces.
Why are you saying that? Why do you hate New York?
Well, for one reason, look at how rude they're being to me on the phone.
Yeah, that's a good point, Ronnie. They haven't been kind.
You called here and attacked Spanish people.
And blacks and children.
And I believe Asians at one point. What do you...
Yeah.
Tuttle, what is it that you do like in this world?
What do I do like in this world?
Yeah.
I like apple pie because it's American.
You like your mom's apple pie?
Yeah, my mom has good apple pie.
All right, now he's laughing. Like...
So you eat your mom's pie?
Yeah, I eat my mom's pie all the time.
He doesn't mean that, Buzz. You're just making fun of a retard. All right, hold on. Here's Dave.
My mom puts ice cream on it, too.
I bet she does.
Doesn't that make her knees cold?
Hey, Dave, you're on with Tuttle.
Yeah, are all your producers idiots?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I have a question for this guy. If New Yorkers are cheaters, how come it was the New York Times that figured out that Florida cheated in the national election?
Huh? That's not me. No, listen to this. Most of the people that are here in Florida are old, wretched people that need to die. They just come here from New York, and they come to Florida just to die.
Like everybody else in Florida.
Really?
Even the young
When are
people.
you dying?
I didn't know they were wretched.
When are you dying, Tuttle?
When am I going to die? It'll be a long, long time before I die.
So basically, you're working in a market of tons of old people who have real no drive in life, and that's where you're at.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks.
Tuttle works in the Orlando, Florida market and can't stand that It's a Small World ride. Just hates it. Says, can it all be white?
Hey, Giovanni, you're on with Tuttle calling us from Florida, who says he's coming up to New York. Fez, how many times have we heard from him?
A lot. This time he says he's coming to spit in everyone's faces.
Well, they're all rude to me. I mean, I just called to make a point to prove to you guys that the Apopka boys from Florida were, they went by the rules. They're all American.
Tuttle, before we're all proud, we're talking about 12-year-old kids.
Right. But Danny Almonte is not even American.
He is an American.
No, he's not. He's not even here legally.
Hey, Giovanni, you're on with Tuttle.
Hey, Giovanni.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Okay, yeah, this guy's a douchebag right here. Why is he talking about Puerto Ricans for, man?
I don't understand.
Is he all jealous?
Yeah, I think he's a little jealous.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What is there to be jealous of? Puerto Ricans have small penises.
Now, stop it.
Stop it. It's just stupid.
Right.
Thank you, Giovanni.
All right.
They're the totally opposite of black people.
Dinesh said yours was bent.
Yeah, what happened there?
I was not bent.
She said it was bent and it
She
was
was.
soft. She said soft and bent.
She said if you could have gotten it up, you could have done her around a corner.
You can't.
What's the language? Lord
I'm
knows what's
using
going on.
political terms.
Yeah, but that doesn't always work here.
I'm
that
sorry.
doesn't work here. Fezzy, here's somebody we haven't talked to in a while. It's the Ass Man from the Sports Guy Show. Hey, Ass Man.
Good evening, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Well, this guy has a point. I mean, it's exciting. It seems that everybody who talks about, the Spanish, baseball teams, the Puerto Rican baseball teams, the Cuban baseball teams, they all have all this talent, but they seem to be all flooding the United States to play. I mean,
so do Canadian hockey players. That's because we have the most money.
But it seems, everybody wants to complain that, everybody else is so good, but they're all coming here to play.
What are you talking? Assman, you're as nutty as Tuttle.
Exactly. Finally, an intelligent person in the city of New York.
What's nice is, Captain Retard, we found your boy sidekick, Ass Man.
I'm not saying it to be bad against anybody, but I'm just
It's coming across that way.
No, it seems that, when they investigated the team from the Bronx, several of the kids were found to be playing hooky.
Yeah, they were claiming racism as soon as we wanted to investigate them.
Who's we? You're working for the New York Times now, Tuttle? You're a cub reporter?
Well, no. I'm just saying, as soon as the white man wanted to investigate them, they called it racism.
Assman, you feel like this guy talks for you?
Excuse me?
You agree with what Tuttle's saying?
Well, it's not so much white against Puerto Rico or anything. It's just a matter of a level playing field. If they're going to have a bunch of 12-year-olds, have a bunch of 12-year-olds, okay?
The line is drawn in the sand, so please pick sides. I mean, you're going to be on the white side or the Puerto Rican side.
What line is this?
There's a line there. There is a line. You got to be on sides. You can't be on both, okay?
That's the kind of line.
I did not know we had lines here.
I had no idea.
It's the Little League World Series. If that's the way we're going to play it, fine. It's a World Series. But if we're going to, limit it to 12-year-olds...
Assman, does the sports guys let you talk this stupid?
When you do their show.
Excuse me?
All right, we'll talk to you later, okay, buddy?
Now he's playing deaf.
Yeah. No, because I'm on a bad line, so I can hardly hear you.
Right. Then you got to stay.
That's because you're talking into a hoagie.
Now I'm starting. Thank you. All right. Thanks a lot, Assman.
Now, Tuttle, when you do come to New York, and you swear you're coming this time?
Yes, I swear I'm coming this time. I swear on my mom.
Oh.
On her pie? You swear on your mom's pie?
I'll bring you some of my mom's apple pie, okay?
That's a sweet, sweet pie.
It's been a long time since it's been cherry pie. Now, do you want to challenge any of our producers to prove that you are the best Ron and Fez producer of all time?
Yeah, I mean, I'm up for just about any challenge.
All right, well, I have to warn you this. Al Duke's is Spanish.
Right. Al Duque.
He's Al Duque. Al, what would you have a contest with Tuttle about?
Well, I would just tell him that once he comes up here, New Yorkers are tougher, I think, than he thinks they are.
What are you going to do, beat his ass?
Well, not me, but the New Yorkers.
Like we keep a band of New Yorkers at all times. A mob ready.
That the New Yorkers will probably back me up if...
Wow, you big puss.
If you're going to challenge him, I would have picked chess or general knowledge. Trivia question.
How about spelling? All right, Tuttle, we've been through this with you a million times. This is not a joke with this kid. He grew up in the middle of Florida in this little town called De Leon Springs. This is just the way he is. It was the way he was raised. Your folks kind of feel this way. But, Tuttle, we've been offering you a couple times to fly you up to New York.
Yeah. I am coming this time. Without a doubt, I am coming out there to show the New Yorkers what the South is about.
All right, now, Al, I want you to take care of his plane reservations. I want you to get him a hotel room close by. Take care of everything. And by the time you leave here, Tuttle, I think you're going to say, I love New York.
Right.
No.
And you're not going to want to go back to Mama.
And I also think you're going to say, I love black people, I love Spanish people, I love Asian people.
No, I love it when black people wait on my table. That's about the only thing I like.
Where do you go that has a waiter? and not a drive-thru.
I know for a fact McDonald's does not have a waiter.
Well, the person working the cash machine the other day, all right, for example, I went to McDonald's, the cash register broke down, okay? The black guy couldn't even add up my change and everything. I had to do it for him.
Because you're so bright?
And somehow you both got ripped off.
No.
Tuttle, Al will talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Sure thing. Al seems like he's a pretty nice guy, but I'm going to go up there and I'm going to destroy him in any challenge he wants to.
I'm sorry, but you have to be destroyed, Al Dukes.
Al, would you promise to win whatever this challenge is going to be?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right. Let's do first person to pee themselves.
I'll do that.
I love it, Tuttle.
I got a question. Can we break out the stunt gun when I come out?
Sure, bring the stun gun.
Okay.
Do you guys still have that one?
Yeah, we'll have a stun gun. We'll hit you with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think I could do that. I think maybe like a producer Olympics or whatever you would like to do there.
All right, well, you keep a thinking, and we'll hit you both with a stun gun. We'll have you both wet yourself, whatever it is to impress us.
Think about different events that you can do in the Hardcore Producer Olympics.
Yeah, and I love you guys.
How much do you love us?
He doesn't love us.
He loves
yes,
us.
I do. I mean, Ron's like my radio dad, and you're my radio mom.
Thank you, ass.
How much do you love us, Tuttle?
From the sky to the ground, from the whole world round.
Well, I like that.
That's embarrassing.
All right, Tuttle.
And I'll get some of my mom's apple pie for you, okay?
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
All right. Kill another pet. It's almost time for breakfast.
See you later, Tuttle.
See you guys.
Oh, and Ronnie's absolutely right. This kid is dead serious. It's the way he was raised. He's only saying everything his daddy taught him.
I think Ann Hayes had a better father. I honestly do right now.
Celestine the alien?
Celestine and Ann both had a better dad. 877-692-1027 is the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, 102.7 WNEW.
Back from a week off, we're Ron and Fez on 102.7 WNEW.
Man, that title gets people nuts, doesn't he?
He will drive people insane. He doesn't know how insane he is.
Here's the problem. If he ever agrees with you, then in his heart, he's got to think Daddy's wrong, and he can't do that.
Yeah, and he will never, ever think that his father could possibly have told him something incorrect.
What's your ethnic background? White.
That's what his daddy told him.
We're white people.
Finally, you try to nail him down. He says, I think we're Germans.
All right, Dilion Springs is the name of the town, named after Ponce de Leon, but they call it Dilion.
Yeah, all one word. So they're even denying their Spanish heritage.
Right. And there's just they've taken down Ponce de Leon's statue and put up Chipper Jones's.
Larry.
Chipper opened up a car dealership there with just one car. You put a for sale sign on the truck. It's a car dealership.
Look at Mr. Carlot.
All right, Al has put together something called Confessions for us, Al. Does this have music and everything?
Yes, it does.
All right.
It's time for Confessions with Ron and Fez.
All right, if you ever need to make a confession, get something off your chest, this is the number to do for it now, 877-692-1027. Then you did this with one of the big-ass card holders, right? You put it on the email?
Yes, I did.
So this will be the first person to do confessions with us.
All right.
Should we ask you about it now, or just go straight to Joe here?
I think we go straight to Joe.
Okay. Joe, you have a confession, something you've been carrying around with you for a while?
Yeah, one day my sister, she was using my computer, and she broke my mouse, and this happened right in front of me.
Yeah.
And she tries to deny it to me, and she even screams at me like she didn't do it. It just really pissed me off.
All right, how old are you, Joe?
At the time, I was 16.
How about now?
I'm 19.
Okay, you're 19. All right, so...
And how old was your sister when she broke your mouse? Allegedly.
She was 12.
All right, so she's 12 years old, and you're 16, and she breaks the mouse on your computer, and you're upset as kids do. Okay, I understand.
So I wait one day until when nobody's in the house, and I know that she'd be out all day. I went into her room, I took a Playboy, and I batched on her bed. Got it on her pillow and her sheets and everything. And it dried, and she never found out about it. She just slept in it.
So you're... By the way, before we even go on, very witty. So your whole thing was, I'm so mad at her, I want her to sleep in my splooge.
Yeah.
You thought that would be the way, that she would end up learning a lesson.
Well, she never found out about it. I just laugh about it any time I think about it.
Uh-huh.
So you just basically went in there with the Playboy into her room and just let it fly.
Yep.
Hit the pillow and the sheets and everything.
Yep.
Now, it comes off sounding a little incestuous.
Well, no, I wasn't thinking of her at the time.
But it was where she sleeps.
Right. It's not even like you took a crap on her bed.
Right.
Or whizzed on her bed. But you ran a batch there.
Knowing that your sister would be tossing and turning and rolling around in it.
Well, you could smell crap or, wind.
Right. Well, you just had the light chlorine smell of your own seed that your 12-year-old sister, had to lay in.
Yep. Pretty proud of myself.
Well.
And you think about this day to day that you did this?
No, but when I got the email, I thought that'd be a pretty good thing to confess on the air.
Right.
Hopefully other people will do it.
Hopefully other people will do it.
Yeah.
Will confess to banking on their sister's bed. Do you feel better talking about it?
Well, I never felt bad in the first place. I just thought I'd like to get it out there.
Yeah. You're basically bragging about it, aren't you?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a very nice guy.
No kidding. But I think this is somehow sexual about your own sister.
I don't think so.
Do you want to confess something there while we have you on the line, Joe?
No.
All right, so you're only now, Fezzy. No, in the Catholic Church, I don't know how your church does it. We will have penance. I guess your church, you kill a deer or something.
No, we don't kill anything.
You take their spirit when you do that, right?
No, we don't take an animal's spirit.
You eat humans.
No. Why would we eat humans?
No idea. All right, so, but somewhere along the line, you've got to do something to make amends.
Well, I don't feel that bad about it.
I just want to point this out. Maybe we'll take some calls and ask people. 877-692-1027. Maybe people have done something similar. I would hope not.
Or something worse.
What could be worse? What could possibly be worse?
The sister still in the bed?
Oh, my God.
Maybe you could buy her a new set of sheets.
Right,
well, she has new sheets since then. But I guess she was sleeping in the sheets at least a couple of months before they were washed.
Yeah.
Why a couple of months? What kind of dirty family is this?
I don't know.
Wouldn't it be ironic to find out she did something on your bed?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I don't think she's that smart.
Got her first period or something? I don't know.
All right, now, I hope the king, I got this from the Horde King, but he also feels the same way that I do, that this
is wrong.
It's incestuous, or at least incestuous feelings.
He says that about everything.
And, but in no time at all, why, would it, at any point would you spank on your sister's bed without it being sexual?
Were you able to do this fairly quick, or was it offsetting?
Well, not really, because it was it was a weird position I was in.
It seems like it would be hard to get aroused if you're looking at her stuffed animals and pictures of her and her friends in her room and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that was It took me a while, longer than it usually does.
That doesn't make it right.
All right, Joe, I definitely would look into this if I was you, though, about the incestuous side, okay?
Oh, all right. Well, thanks for having me on.
Okay, Joe.
Big ass card holder 109.
Oh, Fezzy's there at the beginning.
Oh, good.
Thank you, buddy.
I signed up for you guys you mentioned on the air.
Really?
Yeah.
That's scary. Something you just thought we were going to do? Now I'm getting a little weirded out. Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, thanks.
That's it.
Thank you for that confession, Joe.
I can't imagine being a priest. I'd be spending all my time going, what the F?
You gotta be thinking that the world is just full of sickos.
Hey, Mike, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing?
Hey, 2333.
Hoo-hoo-ah. Whoa! Whoa! Hoo-ah.
Yeah, I had an awful confession.
All right, wait, another confession now.
Yes, I used to...
All right, hold on just a second.
Hold on,
It's time for confessions with Ron and Fez.
Okay, go ahead. Buddy.
Yeah, I used to look at my, one of my cousins, female cousin. She's a year older than me.
Yeah.
I used to look at her naked. Well, I was 18 at the time.
Oh, see, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
All right, first cousin?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well, and then, we did everything, man. I slept with her. But, we used to sleep together when we were younger, a little, 14 years old.
Right.
You didn't share a bed.
Yeah, we shared it. We were a little kid. She didn't know I was touching her, or she was asleep. Nobody knows this, only you. This is the confession. I haven't told a soul.
Well, yeah. Oh, lucky for you, nobody listens to us.
Now, what occasions did you have that you were able to see her naked?
No, is that I used to sleep over. She has her brother. She's my cousin. I'm very close to her.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how I used to go to her house.
You touch him too?
No.
Now, how long did the sex go on between you and your cousin?
No, we didn't have sex.
It was just.
She never knew. She was asleep.
The sleeping was just sharing a bed, Ronnie.
Yeah, we did it twice in total. But then she moved out here. This was in Puerto Rico. So and then
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then she
all of a sudden Tuttle seems smart.
She came out here, and I used to go to the fire escapes, and I used to check her out too.
Is that some sort of cousins club? What's the fire escape?
He's on the fire escape.
Oh,
spanking.
the actual fire escape.
Yeah. He's spanking, looking in the window.
Yeah, and I saw my aunt, her mother. She wasn't too bad looking.
And you spanked her that too?
Yes. And to this day I still do it every now and then.
Any relatives you haven't spanked to?
Oh, my
Uncle
sisters.
Jorge.
Or
my sisters, no. I'll never do that.
No, because you're not nuts.
No, I did it to my aunt when I was a little 14-year-old. Yeah, so I've done pretty much to all my cousins.
Are they good looking?
Yeah, they're very good looking. My cousins are beautiful, I think, yeah.
I guess so.
Well,
gorgeous.
One of my cousins went out with another cousin of mine, but I never did nothing, with her. I never did.
You got your feelings hurt. I am out of this jealous.
Yeah. So I'm really, really sad.
Yeah, I never want to break up with somebody you'd still have to see at Thanksgiving.
Right. Now, Mike, when you were sharing the bed, you were sleeping with your cousin, sharing a bed, just sleeping over. How much touching did you actually do? How far did you go?
I did a lot. She was like a little bit snoring a little bit with her mouth open. That's how I knew I was safe.
Right.
And I did it with my other cousin in Puerto Rico too. So there's two cousins. So I've done it a lot.
You didn't put anything in that mouth while it was open snoring, did you?
No.
Did you spank on him?
Yeah.
Any penetration?
No.
Just in himself.
Yeah, I was, playing with my Jimmy.
I'm so embarrassed.
No, wait. Jimmy is a male cousin, so it's fine.
Thank goodness.
He's just playing with his Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
I do have a cousin named Jimmy. He's the one that went out with my cousin Karina.
Oh, jeez.
Karina. I'm not lying.
What a family tree this is on Fez.
Yeah. And my other cousin got married with my other cousin. Johnny got married to Flora.
And you know her from Real World Miami.
Sure.
No, I'm not lying. I swear to God.
Nobody thinks you're lying.
No, we wish you were.
Yeah, it's true. This is all true.
If you were lying, I feel safer tonight.
They've been years together, my cousins. They have 2 children now.
Yeah.
3 and 4.
2 kids, 3 heads. It's very weird.
2 kids, 1 body.
That runs in the family.
Yeah,
down your leg.
Yeah.
There's actually rumors that my uncle married a cousin. Was about to, actually.
You're the Spanish version of the DuPonts.
You realize you're a generation away from having one-eyed kids.
No. Yeah,
okay.
I feel bad.
All right.
I regret it.
You'd do it tomorrow if you could.
You said you still do it.
Yeah, I can't resist, but I try not to, man. Every day I say, I'm sorry, God, I'm sorry for it, but sometimes it's hard,
Yeah, that's when it's a problem, when it's hard for you.
Yeah, I'm only 22 now, so,
Well, when are you going to stop saying only? At this point, you're an adult. You're tried as an adult.
You got a long time to go with this guilt.
No. I actually turn Christian very soon. I have
Very soon. I can't wait.
this goal.
This goal.
Yes. Well, yeah, that's my confession, guys.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Ron.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can't judge. It's us.
He's turning Christian, and there is no thou shalt not finger bang your cousin commandment.
There should be, though, shouldn't there? I mean,
think.
Before stealing.
I know. If you had to take one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, give me the top 10 there, Fuzzy. I never know them all.
All right, let's see. Starting up the top, thou shalt not have any other gods before me.
I've done that.
So don't worship other gods.
I've done that.
Thou shalt not create any graven images.
Done it.
Oh, yeah? Remember the Sabbath to keep it holy.
Nah, I broke that one.
Okay. Honor thy father and mother.
I broke that.
Okay.
4 for 4 right now.
And then comes the stealing.
Done it. 5.
All right. Adultery.
Done it. 6.
Killing.
Abortion count?
Yeah.
Okay. Done it.
All right. Then you're got your bearing the false witness.
That's me.
Okay.
Some of the stuff I say about you guys.
And then into your general coveting.
Covet? Yeah, I do it. So really,
I wish I could covet. I really want to covet.
I'm not so sure I consider that abortion killing. There, I'll definitely take 1 out of 10 and put that in my pocket. Hey, Liz, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing?
Hey, Liz.
Hey.
Hey, babe.
What can we do for you, Liz?
Well, I just wanted to make a comment on that guy who called before. I think that was totally disgusting how he said that what he did with his cousin.
Yeah.
I had a cousin help me before, and it was remotely embarrassing.
Now, how old were you and your cousin?
I was 14.
I can't hear you, honey.
I was 14.
And how old was your cousin?
And my cousin, I think he was about 16,
Right.
17.
First cousin?
And, yep, first cousin.
Yeah.
First cousin, and it was disgusting. I mean, I had no clue what he was up to, but it was kind of like, let me meet you somewhere, we're going to hang out kind of sort of thing.
Yeah. Right.
And then it turned into something totally different.
Did he actually did he make a physical move on you?
Definitely.
Kissing?
Definitely. I actually had my pants down a little bit, you know?
So you
was like, oh my God, what the hell is going on?
All right, wait a minute. Now, if you were so disgusted, how did your pants get down?
I guess being young, stupid. Seriously.
So you were at least enjoying it, right?
Maybe she was so disgusted she wanted to hit him with her pants.
So very intimidated.
You felt intimidated.
Intimidated, very helpless. He was older than me, so I really didn't know what was going on. But
So how did it actually stop that night?
well, I just stopped it. I said, "This is not right. You're my first cousin."
So there
and
was
to
no
this
reason.
day, he doesn't talk to me like he's not to me.
Your phone was breaking up so
you gotta get
much.
a better phone. You gotta get a better phone.
Either that or her cousin scrambling the signal and trying to stop it.
She was so disgusted she could barely pull her pants up.
You think, all right, this is borderline criminal here. 2 kids messing around like this.
No.
She's so disgusted by it. Then you hear that her pants are down. Nobody's taking your pants down unless you let them.
You know, I'm more apt to be a little more understanding about little kids than I am this guy, 22,
Only 22, Ronnie.
on the fire escape spanking.
Just peeking in windows.
All right, we'll take a break. That was fun, Al. That was better than your stupid night court.
Yeah. See, this way we're not judging.
I don't know if I like the church music. That's making me a little nervous.
Confessional.
Yeah, I understand that.
We get it. We get the bit. 877-692-1027.
We're on a Fez.
The station for sports guys, Don and Mike, Opie and Anthony, and Ron and Fez is this station, 102.7 WNEW, New York. Ron and Fez. Frequency. 102.7 WNEW.
Now on at night for you on 102.7 WNEW. We're Ron and Fez. Back from vacation.
Ron Bennington, Fez Watley.
Hiya.
Cold in here tonight, isn't it, Al?
Yeah, I'm keeping it cool.
You sure are, man. That's to keep my sandwich good.
Hey, Larry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Larry.
Hello, Larry. Going? Fezzy, here's somebody we haven't talked to in a long time. It's Baby Nicole.
Oh, one of our babies.
Hey, Baby Nicole.
Hi, guys.
Hey, what's up, honey?
Not much. I just got back from vacation.
Where did you go for vacation?
I went to Amish Hell. I went to Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Really?
Yes.
What do you do for fun there in Lancaster?
Not much.
Nothing at all, huh?
Not really.
You know people there?
No, my parents wanted to go. We had cornfields to the right and cornfields to the left.
How long did you stay there?
A week.
Wow.
Yep. It wasn't that great.
I just don't understand the attraction for your parents.
Well, we went to Hershey Park and stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
That's good.
Yeah, it was okay.
Did you go on all the rides?
It was crowded, but we went on a few. It was hot, too.
Yeah.
But I wanted to call because I entered a contest.
Oh, you entered a contest?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
It's on hotpeoplecontest.com.
Hot People Contest.
Yes.
Is it tied in with People Magazine at all?
No, it's...
Or Teen People.
No, it's just a website. I entered the Best Boob Contest.
Oh.
Yeah, so I want to tell everybody to check out the site and vote for me.
Honey, what are you doing in the Best Boob Contest?
Why would you do that?
You're one of our little babies.
You were born in Lancaster.
She's up against 3 Amish girls. They have wooden bras. All right, so Best Boob Contest.
Yes.
And what's the name of it again?
Hotpeoplecontest.com.
Hotpeoplecontest.com. And who has this website?
I found actually because Baby Tiffany was in it.
What was she in it for?
She was in it for Hottest Girl.
How did she do?
She did pretty good. And she sent me the link, and then I figured I might as well enter.
So the babies no longer appearing on our show, Fezzy, but they're going out and doing all these hottest people things.
Right. All right, I found Baby Nicole's entry.
Okay.
In the hotpeoplecontest.com Best Boobs competition. All right, Baby Nicole, I think you have a good shot at this.
Thank you.
I don't even think she should be doing it.
And that is very nice blue nail polish that you're covering the center areas with.
That is not necessary, Nicole. Honey.
Why'd you do that, sweetheart?
I don't know. I don't know really why I did it. I figured I might as well enter. See how I did.
What do you get if you win?
Nothing really. You get a membership to the site.
You get a membership to the site?
Yeah, that's...
To look at other best boobs.
It's not much, but I just wanted to enter to see how I do.
When did you enter this thing?
I entered a couple of weeks ago, but the contest just began, I think yesterday.
All right, let's look to see who you're up against here. Soda World.
Yes.
And that's Lipsotina, who's pressed up against it.
Right.
Here's Me Too Cute 911. Oh, she doesn't stand a chance. Then what's the other one? Us Feel and the Booty. Us Feeling the Booty.
Us Feeling the Booty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Then there's Star Sexy 1.
She looks good, but she made the mistake of leaving her clothes on.
Right. And HK Hottie 21.
Yeah. Now, I noticed with yours, you didn't put your face in or anything. Just,
just your
took off your top. Now, who took this picture for you?
I have a webcam.
Oh, boy.
You know, we go on vacation, we leave you babies, and look at the trouble you get into.
Oh, wait a minute. Pantera just told me to check out Taste of My Kitty. Where's Taste of My Kitty? Oh, there she is. I don't know about all this. I'd rather see you back in Amish country, honey.
No, not for me at all.
Taste of My Kitty is right next to You Are Just Jealous.
All right, honey. Well, there she is. What's the name of the is it Soda World? Is that
You
it?
can get to the site by either going to sodaworld.com or hotpeoplecontest.com.
All right.
Go to hotpeoplecontest.com, and then it's best boobs from there.
All right, honey, and make this the last thing you ever do like this, all right?
I'm not going to do anything else.
All right, good girl.
Thanks,
all right?
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good luck. All right, somebody just wrote into me saying that Baby Nicole is in the lead. How can you tell that?
Oh, I wonder how you get the results there. I can't
even figure out how to vote. I'm trying to click on her name.
Does that work at all?
I try to click on her name. It says, ha, don't try to steal my picks, dude. You said you want people to vote.
Can you click on the picture?
Don't click on it. You know, Fezzy, I don't want her doing this stuff.
She came home from Lancaster changed.
Although I'm going to put Alan for best ass.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Biggest. I was talking about his vacation during the break, Ronnie.
All right.
He went on that couples weekend in Niagara Falls.
I forgot about that uncomfortability.
By himself with no couple. He went with 2 other couples.
I'd rather hear that you were spanking on your sleeping cousin now.
Went over to the Canadian side where they have the casinos. Wouldn't gamble, Ronnie. Because if he used the ATM machine there, it was going to put out Canadian money, and he thought that would mess up his checking account, and he said it really scared him.
Yeah, I was in line to use the ATM, and the woman in front of me spit out all these funny-looking dollars, so then I thought in the conversion to American money that would goof up my bank account, so I just watched people.
How's that going to goof up your bank account?
Well, I don't know. I've never gotten money out of a foreign ATM.
And do you think your bank's going to think you're now living overseas and all your money's going to turn Canadian in the bank?
No, I just didn't want any type of confusion or messing with the checking account, so I just figured...
Or fun.
Are you one of those real cheap guys that never picked up the tab the whole time you were up there?
No, I did because the other
kept dividing the tab evenly 5 ways.
The other guys did.
I didn't have dessert.
That's so annoying.
Oh, by the way, I did see how the vote here. Baby Nicole is in the lead.
Oh, nice. All right, Hot People Contest. I don't know. If she wins, is this just going to make her do more of this?
Yeah, I don't want... Yeah, I'm going to say please don't even go there.
Don't encourage her. Don't encourage the baby. 877-692-1027.
Hey, Lola. Lola, you're on Fest.
Hey, Lola.
Missed you guys.
Hey, baby.
I missed you guys so much.
Well, we're back now.
All right, well, I just got finished watching Big Brother.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a sneak attack. They brought in 4 people from Survivor.
Into the house?
Yep.
Oh, no. My TiVo better be working.
Those people are so dirty.
No, they're all cleaned up. Now, who all was it from Survivor?
Okay, oh, wait, I got it written down here.
Yeah, write that stuff
get away from the radio.
She's writing down the spy report.
Okay, now, Jeff.
Spy report.
Okay, Jeff.
All right.
Jeff was the guy that was throwing up on the plane.
Yeah, Jeff was the
Remember
gay
when he
guy.
first got
Real
to
fruity
Survivor?
guy.
Yeah, he was like the gay guy.
Right. Can't stand him.
Okay. Jervis, the black guy.
Gay. Go ahead.
Sure.
Susan, who I couldn't really remember. I couldn't really remember her.
Sue Hawk?
I don't know. She's her name was Susan. She looks like really
Like the truck driver?
Yes.
That
would kind of looks like that.
Well, she'd have been Sue Hawk.
And again, another gay man.
Okay, and the other one was the biracial girl that was like the bodybuilder. I didn't catch her name because they came in at the very end.
Alicia?
Alicia.
Yes.
So was it Susan Hawk? Is that what we're going for, Fez, or was there ever another Susan?
I think there was only one Susan.
All right.
I think it was the truck driver.
So how was it?
Yeah, it was pretty good because the only people that are left in Big Brother are Nicole and Hardy, who all the Survivor people.
I hate them.
Yeah, I hate them too.
And I don't know which one I hate worse, Nicole or Hardy. And I liked Hardy a lot when this thing started, but I'm so
I think I hate Nicole more.
I think I do too. But here's what I hate Hardy for: he lets Nicole puppeteer his ass.
Yeah, well, they're calling them the
bitch and the bully. Bully and the bitch. Yeah.
Oh, not the rat and the snake.
No, Bunky made up that nickname. He's been thrown around.
Well, Bunky was a big crybaby. I like Bunky a lot, but he was a big crybaby.
He was a big crybaby. All right, so what happened tonight? Did we do head of house?
Well, Monica was head of household, who I liked her the best.
No way. She won tonight?
No, there was no head of household tonight. She already had head of household.
See, I didn't see it the other night.
Yeah, she won the other night when they were on the bed, stuck on the bed or something. I don't know. And Will did something.
Don't say that.
I hate him. I can't vacation again. Everything is
who do you hate?
Vacation. But I told you I hate Hardy and Nicole. All right, so let's get to the bottom of this because I didn't know all this big poop going on here.
It's going to be on again tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
I'll TiVo that too. So Monica's head of house, and
Yes.
Will is the only person.
Oh, and Monica voted tonight. So Monica voted Will and, Monica voted Hardy and Nicole.
Wow.
She made Will safe.
So Will is the only one who votes between them, huh?
Yep. So now I don't know if these head of households are going to have anything to do with the voting, but they all hate Hardy and Nicole also.
Yeah,
so
I know.
It seems like they all kind of like Monica, who I liked from the very beginning because she never made bones about it. She never spoke behind anybody's back. She just said everything the way it was.
Yeah. My only
But
problem
she's
with
got
her.
a Brooklyn accent.
Yeah, and she did. My only problem with her is she does that real 70s. I'll tell you what, sister. You know what I mean?
Oh, brother.
But out of everybody left in the house, she's probably the nicest. Although Will is probably the most fun.
Yeah, well, Will I never liked from in the beginning, but now I really enjoy him because he always backstabbed everybody from the very beginning.
Right.
And he never changed. So I kind of respect him in that way. That I kind of like him now too. So I would like to see Monica win, but Will would be second.
Now, when it comes down to the finale, how do they decide?
They bring back all the people that were voted off.
Yeah, they're doing it the old Survivor way.
Okay.
So
Tribal council.
Here's the problem last year, is that they did everybody just let the country vote, right?
Right, because I called in and voted for Eddie.
Yeah, everybody picked Eddie because they like him so much. But because of that, everybody knew that they were going to be judged by the country. They were all pretty nice. Where this year, they've had to be really cruel and mean to each other, and it's been an ugly year. And it makes for better TV. All right, Lauren. All right, thanks for the Spy Report. Spy Report.
All right, I'll call back tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, and ask Baby Nicole if she was in, because I go to Pennsylvania every October. I'm going to go in 2 weeks.
Rocktober.
And if you get her on the phone, ask her if she ate it good and plenty, because that is the best place to eat in Amish country.
Where's this at? In, is it in
Lancaster.
You know what?
Yeah, right around.
Wait a minute. Here's something weird, Fuzzy. I ate at this little restaurant before.
Really? There's a restaurant called Good and Plenty.
Yeah, and the thing is, they just bring out food for everybody, right? It's not even like at your plate.
Right.
They bring out a bunch of chicken and a bunch of
family style. That's nice.
And it's enormous.
And the mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I ended up putting
one
stuff
time
in
we
my
were eating there, and a busload of handicapped people came in.
Oh.
It was the only time I had my meal ruined. It was so sad, like people that you don't want to look, but you can't stop looking.
You couldn't share a big bowl of mashed potatoes with some handicapped people?
No, well, they were at a different table, but
It should be a confession. It's so awful.
It was sad.
The retards were turning her stomach, Ronnie. She can't really be expected to eat a big bowl of macaroni and cheese that a retard's been slobbering in.
She can't. Well, you don't share with them. But she can't eat in front of retards or antique furniture. That's the two things she can't do.
No, I still ate.
Sure you did. Yeah, isn't that weird that I eat at that little restaurant too?
Yeah.
It's not that big.
Good and plenty. They have the
What I just said.
The best fried chicken.
It's a big pink and black box looking place, isn't it?
A big pink and black box?
No, he's joking. He's making fun of you for being stupid, honey. Don't listen to him.
I think my husband's phone's fading out, so I'm going to hang before I get stupid.
All right, bye, honey.
All right.
I'll call back tomorrow.
All right.
So I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, me too.
Bye.
I'll be sitting next to the phone waiting for that call.
We need to get her a nice dinner with some wheelchair people. Really freak her out.
You know, God forbid one day you're in a wheelchair or something happens to you, have a stroke, and then people go, oh, I can't eat in front of him.
Yeah.
I'll say, you know what, put a bullet in me. If you can't eat so much, put a bullet through my head. You think I care now? I was watching something the other day. I guess it was on the History Channel. And it was talking about Kennedy's dead.
Right.
And they were going, here's this guy. He was like champion of everything, right? He was a guy who was in the back room wheeling and dealing, and, you know, a guy who sold bootleg whiskey, pushed the son all the way to the White House.
Right.
Every gangster's dream. He has that stroke, and he's like half a retard, and he's trapped in his own body. And I'm like, put a bullet in my brain.
And that mind's still working, and everyone's coming by and patting you on the head.
Who wants, yeah. Like, suddenly, somehow you became a child. And before this, he's living his life like Tommy Tom. Every day is fantastic.
Run and shine, be an ambassador to England. You got the life.
He's banging movie stars.
Gloria Swanson.
Yeah. And he has an effing stroke, which I can't believe they can't fix the stroke yet. You know, here's another guy like this. This Stephen Hawking, if it was like 40 years ago, everybody would think, oh, what a mongoloid idiot.
Oh, yeah, he would have been locked in a cellar.
He's like the smartest guy we have on the planet, can't move his head. You ever see that movie with him?
Oh, yeah, is that...
Brief History of Time or something like that?
The universe or something?
Something stupid, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Al Dukes, wasn't there something in the paper about Stephen Hawking?
Yeah, he's saying that if we don't, scientists don't find a way to improve human DNA, then the machines are going to take over.
Like AI?
Like
he saw the
AI.
movie AI, and he's scared now.
All right, he's ready for the cellar again. He keeps talking nuts like that, he's going to end up in the cellar.
Fezzy, unless we start doing some kind of genetic testing to make our babies super people, then before you know it, computers are going to take over. I'm believing him.
You know, just because he's got a typewriter tied to his chair doesn't make him part of the machines. He's taking the machine side.
He's not taking the machines.
He's saying they're better.
Hey, Cable Boy.
Because he's talking into a toaster.
I see if you get this reference. Cable Boy calls him, Stephen Hawking, Captain Pike.
I get it.
Very funny, Cable Boy.
I'm a big geek, I get it.
Hey, Stephen Hawking, though, has come up with a point. Read Billy Staples' thing, okay? Thank you. Billy, if you put that thing on for him, he'll never get it. Just hop up and run in here and do it yourself. He's got a good point, Fezzy. Unless we do something, these machines are going to be taken over. And I'm fully ready to do whatever
Genetic,
yeah, I'll do any genetic testing I can on a fetus to beat these machines.
What are we going to do to the DNA that's going to make us smarter than machines?
First thing I want to do is put it on a Bunsen burner.
Heat it up, fry it up a little, see what happens.
Heat it up and stick it back into the mother.
It's not like we can combine our DNA with machine DNA to make us like the computers. What does this man want us to do?
What about if pregnant women start eating acid, tab after tab? That might help somehow.
Then we're going to have an army of Stephen Hawkings. An army.
Yes, half man, half machine. Seriously, you wouldn't want to be part of this?
He wants other people to... He's pissed about his state. And he wants other people's DNA screwed up.
Fezzy, you don't think it's time that we started speeding up evolution a little bit?
Which way are we going? When are we supposed to do this DNA that's going to make us better? Combine it with birds and start flying?
What if we did this? We take the fetus out of the mother, and we surgically attach some bird wings, and then stick it back into the mother. And believe me, my theory is Fezzy, and if you let me try it, I believe I can make flying people.
I don't think those wings are going to take.
And then you think a computer can beat our answer for flying?
I know. How does that make us smarter? Well, now we're just still the same people up in the air. How's that going to make us any smarter, Stephen Hawking?
The beak.
The beak.
I want to weld a beak on a baby's head. Seriously, I'd like to see us try some of this stuff.
Stephen Hawking has finally he's finally ready for the cellar.
Billy's saying this is a song that has Stephen Hawking on it.
Yeah, he says there's talking in the beginning like Stephen Hawking.
Talking like Hawking? I get it.
Is it
really
now?
Stephen Hawking, though?
I don't think it's really him.
All right, then why put it up?
It's a machine.
All right, he's saying it is Hawking.
Now, I don't want to interrupt it, but Hawking can't talk, can he?
He's talking. He's squawking. Well, it's
yeah, with that beak you welded on him.
It's his speaking spell. If I ever saw Stephen Hawking, I might snake him.
If I see him, I'm going to spin the dial and say, what does the cow say?
When you work on someone else, what does the cow say at me?
Well, he's chatty here.
Yeah, where's this bit at, Stapes? Is this what we're going to be getting next Saturday night?
Earl says it's coming
Earl
out.
says, yeah. Here it is. This is as long as a Pink Floyd show.
For some years, last time I lived, just like the animals.
That's him?
And something
yeah.
that should reach the power of our imagination. We work to talk.
That was great.
That's excellent.
But that is his computer voice.
I'd rather hear a conversation between Kane and George the Animal Steel.
Here's the thing. I think he can only move like a pinky, and he has this weird keyboard, and it takes him a long time to say stuff like that.
Yeah, because he's hunting and pecking.
I don't know how much hunting he's doing. He's pecking, all right. Here's all he can say. Ain't. I think he needs some help moving around. Hey,
his pinky's stuck.
Well, the guy's a genius, Fez. Although, you know, if he wants to play basketball, play him any time.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking saying if humans hope to compete with the rising tide of artificial intelligence, they're going to have to improve through genetic engineering.
I agree.
We can't keep up with the machines.
I'm ready to do experimentation.
This nut screaming Cyberdyne.
Hey, Eddie, what? Fezzy, this stuff is going to happen, whether you know it or not. Cyberdyne is coming down, brother. Hey, Eddie, you're on Manifest.
Hey,
Eddie. Yeah.
Big ass car number 9311.
Hooah! Hooah!
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. No, I just want to let you guys know that there's a website with Stephen Hawkins called mchawkins.com. Like where
MC Hawkins is out of the Bronx. He's a rapper.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, they have him posing with like all these rappers and stuff like that. It's pretty funny.
Is it a joke?
Huh?
MC?
mchawkins.com, where like they take his picture and like cut him.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, that is kind of cute. I'm looking at the pictures. They just take the Stephen Hawking pictures and stuck it around rappers.
Nice. Rapping Hawkins.
All right, talk to you later, man.
All right, take care.
So Stephen Hawking's theory is that right now computers double their performance every 18 months.
Yeah.
Well, he needs to talk to my computer. So the danger is...
Wait, hold on, Fuzzy, so you understand. It's not every computer gets better. It's computer technology. All right, go ahead.
All right, he says that they're doubling their intellect. So the danger is real that they could develop intelligence and take over the world.
Since we started making movies, robots have turned on us. We know what's going to happen. I got a TiVo that's, I guarantee you, home tonight, taping whatever the hell it wants.
You got to stand up to that TiVo. Let it know who's boss.
I love it so. But here's the problem, Fuzzy. We got to start doing some genetic testing. And I know that Stephen Hawking seems strange to you. I understand that. But let me tell you another guy that people thought was strange. Because he had some long hair and a beard, and he had said some strange things and had young people following him.
Who's that, Jesus?
No, Charlie Manson.
Yes, he's a freak, yes.
I thought everybody ended up liking him.
No, nobody does. He's hated. Don't be friends with him. So I don't know what the Stephen Hawking wants us to start doing to our brains to increase the productivity.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to genetic test.
We're having enough trouble keeping up with the Japanese kids. They're reading like when they're 3.
I like to put shells on babies' backs and see if we can't live more like turtles.
You are not going to make turtle baby. It's not going to work.
I believe I can do it.
It's going to the shell won't grow with the baby like it would with a natural turtle.
I'm willing to take that chance. And if the first few babies get crushed,
you're going to suffocate that baby.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Maybe you will. They're going to find it in the shell.
Well, I'm not saying that's the only thing I'm going to do. I'm also going to suture wings on some babies.
Let me ask you this. How is the shell going to make us smarter? How's that going to help us compete with the artificial intelligence, the AIs of the world?
We got to do this one step at a time, Fezzy. We're going to need homeless people will have a place to sleep. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe one thing you could do to double the productivity and intellect of a person is start doubling up on the brains. Open up that skull and put another brain in on top of the one that they got.
I see what you're saying. So
imagine if you had two.
Wouldn't you be arguing with yourself constantly?
Depends on whose brain they use.
I also think that you could take a baby and...
These experiments always start with babies.
Well, it's genetic. I take a baby, and I believe I slit 2 holes right from almost the mouth to the ears, and pull a little bit, and put it under water, and I believe it'll have gills.
All right, gills are an actual breathing apparatus, not just holes.
I'm willing to prove that they're just really slits in the side.
All you're doing is putting holes in good babies, perfectly good babies.
All right, but I was saying, is he going to go on as Stephen Hawking? That's the question I asked. That's all you have to tell me. Because now I don't even feel like going to him. Wouldn't that be a great way to prep him, though? Wouldn't that have been a funny bit?
Yes. Would have worked for me.
I could have you working on that. And that's what I gave you the card for, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that at the time.
What did the card say? Is he going to go on as that?
Yeah, I thought you were asking if that's what he was calling in for.
Right, but if we get a phone guy setting things up and we're moving ahead and everybody's happy.
See, according to Stephen Hawking's theory, the people need to be smarter than the phone itself.
I'm going to slice a couple of gills in this set.
Now that I'm all for. This I want to see. See if we can breathe in a toilet.
Hey, Lee, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Lee.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Stephen Hawking is right on the money. And it's kind of scary, but I don't think you guys realize.
I realize, honey. It's Fez I'm arguing with.
It's always you and Stephen Hawking against me.
No, it's true.
It's you and Jethro both.
Right on the money.
What makes him so right about this?
Because he realizes that we are making computers smarter than we are. And that's scary.
I agree.
And someday, computers will take over. Didn't you guys see Matrix?
Yeah, I did.
And you know what we'll do? We'll unplug them. We will pull the plug from the outlet.
No.
And it'll be all done.
Fezzy, didn't you see Matrix?
Yes, it's a movie.
No.
All right, Lee, what do you know?
Didn't you see the outlet your computer's plugged in?
Lee, other than Matrix, do you have any kind of background in computers? You know anything?
Yeah, I went to MIT and I was majored in genetics, actually.
You went to MIT? So did I.
You did?
Now, you majored in genetics, right?
Yeah.
Do you honestly think that if I took a baby and I put 2 slits in the side of his head, I could get it to breathe underwater? I could cut gills into its head?
Well, no. No, I don't think so.
I didn't think so.
Exactly. All I'm saying is, guys, yeah, you do have something to worry about.
What if I shoved an air hose in there?
Okay, maybe that
Through
might
the
work.
holes?
Yeah, it might work.
All right, now what kind of genetic experiments are we going to be able to do, Lee, to catch up with these computers?
Yeah, what will we have to do, since we're all bowing down to the great Stephen Hawking now?
What about this, Lee? And you not understand genetics.
Okay, well, basically what you're talking about is...
Take a baby, cut the top of its head off, and shove a calculator in there as hard as we can.
Well, Mojo Jojo.
You guys are missing the point. The
Yes,
point
I
is
think
you
I
got
am.
humans, and humans are full of flaws.
Yeah, I know.
Then you got computers.
Like Fez.
I'm full of flaws.
Computers will never perfect human beings, so the computers will always win, so to speak. We're doomed. We're doomed.
Why would you say we're doomed?
We're doomed.
Do you think that these computers are going to be walking around one day?
No, but think of the internet.
Because I swear,
Okay,
a computer
hold on.
comes after me, I'm grabbing an axe, and it's done. I may start just carrying an axe.
Bessie, look at your life. You probably have satellite TV. You probably have voicemail. You probably have you're online on the computer. computer.
Yes, I do quite well for myself.
Exactly. You probably have all that stuff.
You want some
all
gills?
That's computer generated.
No.
They know your life.
So what? They know your
Computer
life.
knows you.
But this is like saying this. Like say 150 years ago, people go, hey, we're more dependent on horses than they are with us. They pull our wagons. A horse never took over.
Right.
No, but we never enabled a horse to have the intelligence or above the intelligence that
First of all,
humans
do you honestly think, honey,
Don't call me honey.
All right, sweetie
honey.
pie. Pussy lips.
Call me Miss.
Do you honestly think, pussy lips, that just we program these things, it doesn't make them intelligent?
Yes, it
They're
does.
just spitting back what we're telling them. They don't think, they don't feel.
They do.
They're the world's biggest parrots.
They think.
Sugar tits, here's what I'm trying to say to you.
Honey.
What? I don't mind if someone
Yes,
calls
they
me honey.
do. We teach them to think.
What computer thinks? AOL?
No.
All it thinks is that I got mail.
That's your computer. You have a...
You did not go to MIT.
I
honey.
did.
You'd be able to express yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm an engineer. What can I say?
On a
I'm
train?
an introvert. I talk to computers. I'm on the computer all the time.
All right, so you're worried about computers.
No, I'm not worried.
You just
I
said
know that.
they were taking over.
Huh?
You said they were taking over.
No,
Remember
not
screaming,
now.
look at the Matrix?
Not now. I'm not saying not now, but
When?
in the future, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we will enable computers to have so much intelligence that is above and beyond us that they will supersede the human race. And I'm not saying in our lifetime.
I know I've made some very poor decisions recently. I hope the two of you are not concerned about this.
I am a little bit, but I don't see it happening.
Not in your lifetime. Maybe,
You know what
Fezzy,
this is?
Don't worry. You know what, Fezzy? Don't worry about it. It's not
Here's
your
what I
life.
believe that we're living in right now, Fezzy.
Guys, I'm really happy to have you back.
All right, thanks, honey.
Yeah, one of these days we're going to say, take your damn stinking components off me, you dirty computer.
Say it later, babe.
She went to MIT beauty school. That's about it.
MIT dropout. You're going to go to MIT and then all you can yell, didn't you see the Matrix?
That was you know what? If that's what you learn at MIT, send me to Massachusetts. I'll get my degree tomorrow.
She actually had a mitt. She had an oven mitt.
She went to Oven MIT, where she learned how to cook. And not well, by the way.
No kidding. I hate looking black like you can't call him honey.
I love to be called honey. Try me.
No. 877-692. No. 877-692-1027. It's the Ron and Fez show.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
We're Ron and Fez, 877-692-1027. Talking about scientist Stephen Hawking, who says that if the human race wants to keep up with computers and how smart they're becoming, we're going to have to start tinkering with our own DNA to try to catch up.
And do I agree with that, Fuzzy?
I say it's that kind of talk that's going to get him put in a cellar.
Trust me, after I'm done, I'll rule the seas with my gill babies.
Gill babies? Those are a bunch of kids that you cut slits in their cheeks.
Gill babies attack Fez!
Gill babies off me! Gill babies hurt!
Hey, Joe, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Number 8674.
Yeah.
Thanks. This Stephen Hawking guy knows nothing. We program the computers, so how are they going to get smarter than us?
Yeah, we boss computers around. We tell them what to do.
Remember when we used to boss slaves around through Spartacus?
It's like, what does he think? It's going to be like Planet of the Apes, Planet of the Computers, like little computers with whips whipping us like in 2,000 years?
Yes.
He just wants everyone to be mute.
Like him.
Yeah, all right. Thanks a lot.
See, he's upset because he's not like us and he can't move around and to do all the scientific stuff and all that junk.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, see you.
Now he's going to lose to somebody who ends his argument with and all that junk. Stephen Hawking.
I think he just got put in his place.
All right, we've got Stephen Hawkins on the phone right now. Finally.
He'll be calling from the cellar. He keeps it up.
Mr. Hawkins, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Ron and Fez. This is Stephen Hawkins, guest number 1703. The computers are going to take over the world, and Fez is gay.
You know, I am so worried about this, Dr. Hawkins.
I think I heard the Big Ass Club member.
Yeah. Got to go see. I guess that's the only thing he could do there. But I thought I heard Stephen Hawkins laughing. Well, she'd actually have to knock in the ha-ha.
Right. It would actually come out. Ha-ha.
Al, I really want you to book Stephen Hawkins on the show.
All right, just on the phone, though.
No, I want him to come in.
No.
I want him to get...
After we eat.
I want him to get a good look at my gill babies.
He'll scream. He'll type in, ah!
Gill babies attack. Well, Fezzy, here's good news. Here's one human that still has a great life, Tommy Tom.
Oh, nice. That's Tommy Tom.
What's he up to tonight? Tommy Tom, you got the light.
Tommy Tom, of course, wrote us a letter, Fezzy, telling us he had the greatest life ever. And now people are saying, Tommy Tom, you've got the life.
You sure do, Tommy Tom.
Tommy Tom, we've been away for about a week. What have you been up to?
This weekend was, typical, festive weekend, a little water skiing, frozen drinks.
Every weekend's a holiday weekend to you, Tommy Tom.
Frozen drinks, Tommy Tom, you sure got the life.
You sure do, Tommy Tom.
That's Tommy Tom, and he's drinking a frozen margarita.
There he goes on solid gold water skis.
Tommy Tom, you sure got the life.
You sure do, Tommy Tom.
You're the cat's pajamas, you are, Tommy Tom.
That's what I hear. How you guys doing?
So that was it for you. Water skiing and frozen drinks?
Went to Vegas last weekend.
Vegas? Las Vegas. Tommy Tom, you sure got the life.
Yes, you do, Tommy Tom.
Hell yeah.
Let me guess, you kept rolling sevens, huh, Tommy Tom?
Yeah, I wish. A big up to the Golden Nugget, hey.
The Golden Nugget.
The Golden Nugget, without a doubt, the finest casino in the downtown area.
Hey, don't forget Las Vegas Hilton.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's where Elvis played. If it was 1969, it would be great.
Yeah, well, what could you do, brothers?
All right, Tommy Tom, thanks, buddy.
Nice to talk to you.
It's always nice to talk to Tommy Tom, Fuzzy.
Because he sure got the life.
You go with questions along, and then you put in...
get Billy to come in here.
All right.
You're not even explaining.
You want to tell a story in a song. He wants to do a Jim Croce act?
What's the idea for this bit that you have?
I got to tell you, based on what Al just said, I have no idea what the heck you're talking about. Which bit are we discussing?
I think it was your interview segment.
You wanted to do an interview.
Oh, the ones I went and did over the weekend?
Oh, you already did one?
Oh, yeah, I already did them. I interviewed a lot of young teenage girls over the weekend at the mall.
I think there's something different we're talking about.
We're talking about the Dickie Goodman song, like he wants to do.
Oh, that's a silly thing. Oh, yeah, no, we were just in fact, we listened in the audience, in the office one day to the old Dickie Goodman song, and we were going to do a thing with Gary Condit. With different...
All right, do you want to do that for tomorrow?
Sure, I'd love to.
Can we smash or trash it if we don't say it's an Air 6 song?
No, it's not going to be Air 6. It's going to be Billy.
Okay.
It'll be Billy Staples production.
Now, you need Rory Hamptons to help you?
Sure, I'd love to have Rory's help.
All right. Now, Airsick doing a big show this Saturday and Sunday night?
Yeah, Saturday 2 shows, and Sunday will be Paul and I both doing stand-up. Paul will be doing a bunch of Airsick stuff.
At Governor's Comedy Club, Division Avenue, and Levittown.
All right, now you don't sing on stage.
I don't sing anywhere.
You're the you're like the Bernie Taupin of Airsick.
That's pretty much correct. Yeah, it's hard enough to get people to come out to shows, and if I started singing, it'd be even more difficult.
All right. All right, so tomorrow we're going to get a bit based on what is his name?
You pick the subject. You pick a subject.
I like the Gary Condit thing.
Okay.
Gary Condit or no, I don't want. I almost said something bad, but
all right.
I'm not gonna have him do Alicia because they're already going off on some DJ somewhere.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go Gary Condit.
Okay.
All right, and these will be Gary answers in the song, like the old stuff from the 60s
Yeah,
and 70s.
we actually even have the old one, too. I still have that on the computer in the office. So.
All right, so maybe we'll play those tomorrow. So can we smash your trash? Because I know you don't like
Of course you can.
All right, but I always think smash your trash because people call in.
I take a beating like a man if I have to.
No.
And this could be, you never know. That's a smash. It could be a whole new vehicle for you.
Yeah. So we'll do it on the whole Gary Condit thing.
Now, are you going to use all pop songs? Are they going to be rock songs? They have to be current?
They will be well-known current songs if possible.
All right.
Okay.
You know, you have to base it on whatever silly questions we're going to ask and find something that fits.
Somewhere I try to work in that whole Tears of Jupiter, whatever the hell that song is.
Drops of Jupiter.
Drops of Jupiter.
And Tears on My Pillow.
Yeah, well, try to work that in.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Billy Staples, appearing this week. Hey, some people want to say see it to us, Fuzzy, so...
all right.
First night back. It felt a little weird, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I blame it on Bahama Johnny.
Bahama Johnny got us off to a bad start, and I don't think we ever caught up. Hey, Norman, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez.
Yeah,
guys,
buddy.
card holder 6169.
Hooah! Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to welcome you guys back and give you my see ya.
All right, let's hear it.
Thank you, Norman.
Hey, John, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ron and Fez, nice. Card holder 8726.
Hey, Jules, you're on the Ron and Fez program. Go ahead,
Hey, guys.
Jules.
Hey, guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Big ass card holder 8432. Just want to say, see ya!
Thank you, 8432.
Hey, Cecil, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Go ahead, Cecil.
I like that.
Now, Beanie.
Somebody just gets to the point. DJ, Ron and Fez.
1411.
Hey, Liz, you're on the Ron and Fez show. That was a girl.
That did not sound like a girl see ya.
I can't wait till Dickie Goodman takes a look at that.
Dickie Goodman interviews Gary Condit.
But I definitely want to get a Drops of Jupiter in there, because it's so big with the younger people. Hey, let's see, Manny, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Manny.
Card holder 7000.
Chris, and Matt, and Mike.
593 checking in. See ya.
Hey, Ronnie, we're going to see you, buddy. Larry, time to say see ya, my man.
Larry.
2191.
We're Ron and Fez. We'll be back tomorrow at 7. Remember, you want to see Airsick at Governor's. That number is 516-731-3358.